Hold up.
My name is Dave. This is Joe.
I listened to that podcast and I was like, I'm with him.
That sounds really cool. And then Chris Humphries hard fouls, and Kevin Garnett pushes him straight into the third row.
Let's go.
My name is Dave. This is Joe.
Let's go.
This is the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S.N Show. Joe, you got anything you want to say before you go?
No, we have talked a lot.
We have tons of nothing left of the tank.
Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Boston Sports Nerds Podcast, the B.S. Nerd Show. My name is Dave. This is the 66th episode, to be named later. I guess we'll find out what the title's going to be here.
Route 66.
Route 66, not a bad start. That is on the table. I am accompanied by my two fellow nerds here. I almost forgot the whole spiel. I interrupted myself with the thing, threw my whole rhythm off. To my right, I have a man that pronounces the word purple as Perm-ple, and the host of WECP.
Aaron.
Aaron, there he is. And to my left, again, I have the host of Set the Record Straight.
Joe.
All right, so we're here. How's everybody's week?
It feels long. I think it's because the holidays coming up. Expecting now, thinking I was going to take. All right, so took the vacation, took the Monday off after I came back for the vacation, so I could not do stuff with my girlfriend or my brother.
Right.
Just jam packed my whole weekend.
Yeah.
Wanted to take that Monday off. Worked half a day. Realized I'm not supposed to be here today.
Yeah, tough.
Worked the whole day. Said screw it. I'll just save that time off.
Right.
Supposed to have Friday off this week. Now we're not. So it's not a 3-day weekend for me.
No, sir.
It's more money, but I was kind of looking forward to a 3-day weekend.
It's like a 2.5-day weekend for me.
Yeah, that's probably what it'll be like for us. Yeah.
A Good Friday is always an easy day at work.
Yeah. It'll be, and it's not even necessarily going to be everybody right now. So now we're trying to figure out who's going to do what. But that's neither here nor there. The company logistics does not need to be.
No, this is the company. This is the company logistics podcast, right?
Yeah, that's it. So opening day tomorrow. Well, yesterday, right? This podcast will come out.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Opening day is on Friday.
It's on Friday. No,
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Damn it.
Thursday. Yeah.
The
This
podcast
will come out
comes
on Friday.
There we go.
The game was yesterday. It was a real baseball game, huh?
Yeah, it was
How about
good.
that? How about that game?
Those hits.
All those
Some
hits,
big hits.
all those big pitches.
Yeah.
Great start.
I've been playing the tap baseball game.
I haven't downloaded it
Finally
yet.
came out, the new one.
I've been playing.
It's finally out.
I've been playing
downloaded
boy
it.
baseball.
I downloaded it from the Canadian App Store before it came out.
You psycho! You went and did it just like your friends, huh?
And I regret it because it fucked my entire cell phone up.
Yeah.
I had to
Is
switch-
it all in French now?
No. All you
had to, like, patch
had to
it.
do was make an Apple account, a Canadian Apple account, and then download it through that Apple account.
Boy.
And then you could switch it back to your regular Apple account, right?
Yeah.
Well, when I made the Canadian Apple account, I was like, you sure you want to switch this over? It could affect anything you have saved in the cloud. I was like, I don't use the fucking cloud anyway. All my contacts are gone. All of my notes.
You do use the cloud.
Yeah, I just
come
don't
to
realize.
find out, you do use the cloud.
Like, all of my contacts were gone. All of my notes that I had saved in my phone disappeared because they're saved on the cloud.
Right, naturally.
Yep. All of my favorited websites on Safari, those are all
It's
gone.
all on the cloud, man. Almost
All
broke my
that
glass.
data was saved in the cloud.
That's tough.
So, and then I played that tap baseball game for 15 minutes, and I don't think I've played it since. So
See? Well,
I did all of that work to get
what
the
you can do.
Canadian tap baseball, and then
was it worth it?
No.
Canada.
It seems like not.
Fucking Canada, eh?
Yeah, right? Damn it.
I didn't even get a
unbelievable.
Suri.
Didn't even get a what?
A sorry.
Oh, a sorry.
Sorry?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, there you go.
A Suri?
Nice.
Sorry.
But
Sorry.
no, I've been doing it.
He's been doing it.
Yep. I made a group.
Nice.
Is it a club? Yeah, club.
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 Yeah, very private.
Yeah.
Very private club. Good. Yeah, no, I will download it. I'll check it out.
A gentleman's club?
I have plans for that, but that's down the road. That's when I have some money.
All right. So everyone go on Patreon and fund Aaron's Gentlemen's Club, where the one time with Aaron where you want to be on the list. That's it. So the Sox are opening up. Alex Cora named the lineup for tomorrow. Kinda. He still has like a game day decision to make, but seems pretty much like what we were talking about with a little wrinkle in there. He goes Betts first, Benintendi second, Hanley third, JD Martinez fourth, Bogarts fifth. Doesn't know if he's going to play Nunez or Marrero, right?
Devers,
sorry. Yeah, Devers or Nunez, 6 or 7. He's not sure yet.
Whichever one bats, the other one will bat, obviously.
Yeah, so it'll either be, one will do the other. And then Bradley 8th, Vasquez 9th.
Where's Mitch Moreland?
Hanley's playing first.
That's awful.
Mitch Moreland's going to go against lefties. Right-handed pitcher.
I get it.
Yeah.
Just think he's an awful first baseman.
Hanley
He
Ramirez
actually had a really good...
And I think Mitch Moreland's a Gold Glover, which he is.
He has been. Yeah, he was one.
Do you know Hanley Ramirez's career 315 batting average? Or 315 hitter?
That's,
Yeah.
That sounds crazy to me.
I think he's a good player.
No, I'm sorry. Career 297 hitter.
That's still,
Yeah, that makes more sense.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
Yeah. 315 is high.
Yeah.
But I think he's a good player. Career 297 is nothing to sneeze at.
No.
Though, either.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Point
3 points away from
3% away from 300.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think he's a good player. I know you don't like him.
He just reminds me too much of Manny.
Yeah, he does have a lot of Manny, but I also love Manny. So,
I did when he was
thing.
Committed.
Yeah.
When you're committed and you're playing hard.
That's true.
All day, every day.
That is true. Yeah. And Manny was just a machine. And I hate that he got so many steroid knocks because it's like it discredits a lot of his career.
Oh, yeah.
And he was very naturally a great hitter. Like, his ability to control where he wanted to put the ball and all that.
Same thing with Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
You're gifted unbelievably.
Mm-hmm.
You're free. Barry Bonds wasn't his godfather was Willie Mays. You know what I mean? You've been bred to play baseball.
Right.
You grew up with your essentially your uncle's Willie Mays.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up around baseball. You know how to play, but you're gonna do steroids because you want to get bigger and stronger.
Yeah, you want to be the home run king. Yeah.
And why?
Right.
And thinking of it, it's like, why would you want to beat Hank Aaron when Hank Aaron didn't do that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
you're gonna cheat to beat a guy that was
clean
and seems to be from all accounts a nice guy.
Right. And everyone knows it.
We didn't talk about it last week, but the ESPN put out that article, the 20 most dominant.
Yeah, we didn't touch on it much. Yeah, right.
They had Tom Brady at 20, which is the most ridiculous thing ever.
Yep.
But Colin Cowherd responded to it and said, "This is how the article should have been." Mm-hmm. He put his out, and
now let me give you my guys. Right?
He had Mayweather number 1, but he had people like Phelps wasn't even on ESPN's list. He had Phelps up there.
Phelps should be on
he had
that list.
Serena way higher. He had all these different people.
Yeah.
And he was like, and Barry Bonds deserves to be in there. He's the only guy. Barry Bonds got walked with the bases loaded. Mm-hmm. They walked him because they were like, fuck that. We'll take the run.
Yeah.
That's how dominant Barry Bonds was. I don't care if he was doing
clean
steroids.
or not.
Right. Just he didn't have an out pitch. Like pitchers would say, I don't know how to pitch him out. Every batter in Major League Baseball has a pitch that if you can execute this pitch, they have trouble hitting it. Barry Bonds didn't have that.
Right. Yeah. I believe. Yeah. No, Barry Bonds was great, and you're right, and he's totally ruined.
That just makes it sad.
Right.
And then I think what doesn't help guys like him, and this will I'll swing it back into Red Sox for me.
Let's do it.
And it will play right into you, Dave.
Okay. Oh, that's even better.
But that's what bothers me is, okay, so you already cheated.
Yeah.
So you showed that you're a shithead on the field.
Right.
You can't do it right to begin with. And then you're an asshole off the field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you show that, listen, you don't care.
Right.
And guess what? I'm doubling down. I still don't care.
Right.
I just don't care.
I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I care about me, and that's it.
Right.
And I understand, he shouldn't have to worry about what other people will think about him. Mm-hmm. Because he has to live with himself, and I get that. That's the same thing with Aaron Hernandez or anybody that does something fucked up.
Yeah.
Not to compare him to a murderer,
oh, they're about the same.
But just stupidity it just follows you. Like
Right.
when
No, it
we
does.
like
It does.
you have to own up to your shit, and he doesn't do that. Like he still to this day he's like, oh come on, I was just on the clear, man.
Right, yeah.
They told me it was.
Where did I test positive?
Yeah, show
Where-
me the test. It's
Show me
like,
the test, yeah.
shut up, Barry. I still see your head.
I know, it's crazy.
Like your head looks worse than Kurt Angle's. You look more of a thumb than he does.
Yeah, that is so true.
So
That's a good
to
way to put it.
spin it
That's a good way
back
to
to the
put it.
Red Sox.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the comments from when they finally somebody? I think it was Fourier or somebody asked Pedroia. So what happened last year? What was the
Yeah.
deal with Vegas? He didn't fucking answer the question. I listened to it. I was like,
Right.
oh, somebody at least asked him it.
Yeah.
He's still a bullshit artist.
Right.
He can't answer the question. Oh, well, last year, this year just seems a little bit more motivated. We know where Alex is a little bit. So you're basically telling us last year your manager sucked.
Right.
And you felt that you could get away with it.
Right. Yep.
That's what I took away from the fucking comments.
And it was a lot of.
It's not his fault.
Right.
It's not his fault.
Right, yeah. Well, the atmosphere's a little different. And,
Yeah.
right. There's a lot of that. And it's just, I don't expect him to come out and do a tell-all and say,
No, because he says that
this
all the
one
time. We don't
incident
do that in our
right,
locker
yeah,
room.
we don't do that here. We don't do that.
Yeah.
Here. Just like he wasn't scared to tell Bobby Valentine that. Well, that's not how we do things. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm not pumped about Dustin Pedroia coming back at all this season at any point. So that's good.
I
I'm
do
glad.
think that he's telling the truth, though. Like I just think
I do agree
I
with
think
him.
Farrell just lost the locker room.
Yeah.
Yes, but I also think that your job as quote unquote
The leader.
the
guy, I'm
leader,
the one that's here.
the guy that everybody, me included, anointed him like the unspoken captain because there's no more Veritek and there's going to be no more Ortiz.
Right.
This is the guy in waiting.
Yeah.
And
he used to co-pilot Ortiz's meetings and stuff where they would call
and it's just
players.
like, and now you watch it and you're like, you just don't get it anymore. Like, go back to Arizona. I think that's what it is. Like, I think he's done.
Yeah, that's it. I was talking to Kevin today on the phone. He said that exactly. He says, I just feel like Dustin Pedroia has no baseball drive.
No.
And I'm like,
not anymore.
I'm not around him every day. I think it's an odd claim for me to say. Like, I can tell you, all right. Let me tell you. From day one, Dustin Pedroia.
I was in Florida. I was checking him out.
Yeah, but
he is not a well-built man.
It's not well-built. There seems to be less of the dirt dog thing that made him who he was. You know what I mean? And I just don't know. I don't know how he could still prove that at this point because he's been a, however many time All-Star player or competitive for Silver Silver Gold
Slugger.
Glover, Gold Glover. I'm sorry, yeah, Gold Glover, and then Silver Slugger or whatever. And he's been a relatively good second baseman for most of his career, but now that's like what he's known as. Like he's no longer the underdog. You're now supposed to be the best. One of the best players on your team, and you're not anymore, and you never were. Like that's the thing about Dustin Pedroia is he never was the best player on the Red Sox.
Well, he won an MVP.
He won MVP that year, but do you think he was a better player than David Ortiz?
No, I think
Yes.
I think the reason why people gave him that.
He's a better all-around baseball player than David Ortiz.
I was going to say he
Okay.
plays the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the big
that's fair.
the big thing there is he's
David Ortiz will always be a better hitter than Dustin Pedroia, but I don't
Right.
think it's even fair to expect Dustin Pedroia to be a better hitter than David Ortiz.
Ortiz, right? Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, that's.
I mean, what's the most home runs he's ever hit?
I think
30-something?
32.
Was it 32? I didn't think it ever got that high.
I thought his MVP year was. I thought
it was way lower than
Was
that.
it?
I thought his
You could be right.
MVP year was like
I'll pull it up.
20. It was like really not good.
You could be 1,000
Bat
times
like
right
a
above.
ridiculous. It was like mid threes though, wasn't it?
It could have been.
He had like a crazy batting average.
That was like 10 years ago, so I don't really know. Let's see. His career high for home runs is 21. 2011.
See? And that wasn't even the MVP year.
No, his MVP year, he
Hit like 14.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, it was like really low.
But he batted 326 that year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a high. Not doubting that, but like what's funny about
And
that
probably
is
won a Gold Glove.
yeah,
Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, All-Star MVP.
Yeah.
That year. Yeah. The holy triumvirate of that, I guess. No, he had a great year that year.
How many stolen bases? Out of curiosity.
That really caught me off guard. 20.
Yeah.
20 stolen bases. 50 walks. He had a slugging of 493.
He was good.
He was good. Yeah, Dustin Pedroia was real good in 2008.
He was very good.
That was it. That was exactly 10 years ago, too. Check that out. That was a little...
I don't think...
blind
I
guess.
actually...
I think you like him more than both of us do.
Yeah.
And I think
do.
I hate him more than everyone in the room.
I definitely like him more than both of you guys do, but it doesn't mean I think he's a terrible leader.
Yes.
But I don't think he's as bad at baseball as you guys make it. I just think he's very injury prone. Like
he's injury
very, very, very injury prone.
Mm-hmm. And he's shown over the years,
and that's
that
only going to get worse as he gets older. But I don't think he lacks baseball ability still.
No, and I think he's
like when you saw the beginning of the year when he was healthy, he was playing pretty well.
Yeah, but he could be an
But he's
Alex
just
Cora
always hurt.
when it comes to knowledge, but he's not a guy that knows how to shut his mouth.
I don't think he could be I don't think he could be. I don't think he'll ever transition into like managing a team. He's not a lead. We just talked about.
Yeah, he's not a leader.
Right. Yeah. But I know what you're saying. Like even just like baseball knowledge. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
knowing
Like,
the game,
he could be a bench coach.
Yeah.
Where hey, in this situation, I know the stats on like this guy. Like watch him, the way this guy lines up. Like he could be a guy like a. I don't want to say like Pedro or anything, but guy that shows up at like spring training and he gets paid to just kind of like consult with the players.
Yeah, like Wakefield would for a while.
Yeah, he can do that.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, just like, hey guys, this is what I know.
Yeah,
don't follow my lead. Just
just guys,
take him
on field. Do this.
Right.
I think Dustin Pedroia wants so badly to be liked by all of the players. That it's almost a detriment to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He wants to be the guy like that. I was just listening to the Rich Keefe interview. I go back and listen to that in the Holly one a lot just because I think there were some really interesting nuggets in there also. But kind of with baseball coming up, and I really felt like the part where we were talking about Dustin Pedroia with him, and then that faux fucking interview that Pedroia did where he's like, who else is up here? No one. Me. I'm the guy. I'm the one that's here representing our team. And also it was like, no one asked you to. And B, you're hurt. And you just came back from injury, and then you got hurt the next day. So there's like in between injury stints for you. And not that he knew he was going to get hurt the next day, but it was just sort of like this weird, like fake bravado. Like, oh, look at me, all cameras, all eyes, all mics on me. I'm the guy. And it was just like, yeah, but then what are you doing? How are you helping this team? Like, you can be the punching bag for the media. That's fine. They do need a deflector. Like, they need someone that's just going to. Or a buffer, like as you say, you need someone that's going to just take the heat. Fine. I'll be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Fine. I got no problem with that.
He also has to perform.
But you have to A, perform, and B, use that to make the team better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just take it and then be like, oh, I don't know, that's not me, that's them. You know what I mean? Like when the opportunity comes, like I don't know.
Sometimes you have to realize that the team's not in the right too. Like
yeah.
And he won't care. He's going to side with the team on the players on everything. Sometimes the players aren't in the right.
Yeah. Except for when he dimed out his bullpen. That's not me. That's them.
But the thing is, you're saying that like that was him not having the players back. I almost think it's the opposite. He so wanted to be liked by all of the baseball players that he wanted Manny Machado to not be mad at him.
Of course,
don't be mad at me,
right?
Because I want to be I want to be your friend. Like I want to be liked by you. How can you be the leader?
And I absolutely agree with you. But you can't be the leader of a clubhouse if you're saying, "Hey, fuck them," right? Yeah, fuck them. That wasn't me.
But I think he was trying to play. He was almost talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Yeah,
he's trying to I don't want to piss my team off,
right?
And at the same time,
yeah,
don't be mad at me. Like,
right,
you are cool. I'm a baseball player. You're a baseball player.
Right.
I want to be friends with all the baseball players.
Right. I just feel like you could have shot him a text.
You have to say it out loud.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think you could have just shot him a text, but that was where I think it's just a bad look. But whatever.
I don't know.
I'm excited
I just
about
think.
opening day.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
He's not playing.
Yeah, right. I think that's why I'm excited.
I'm a little excited. I want to see what the young kids do.
Yeah,
and once again, it's all about them. Like all the older players that we got, even Martinez. Like I don't care.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm in on him.
No. It's not that. It's not that. And he's obviously very soft. He's not going to talk a lot.
Right. Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about that either. But I just think that the guys that I want, it's the guys that you already have that you expect so much out of at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you have Martinez, if Bogarts doesn't hit,
right,
that'll
be discouraging.
Trade him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You've done that experiment,
right,
and it's not working.
This was raking in spring training. Now, what does that mean? I don't know.
Oh no, all of those guys were. Hanley was.
I think, he was. Yeah, I think having JD Martinez in a healthy, powerful Hanley Ramirez is really good for this lineup. And we've talked about it before, where it's they just didn't have the punch guy. They didn't have the guy that was going to put any fear into Hanley Ramirez. And now they have him. like, okay, well, if he gets on, then that means there's going to be one guy on when he's up or whatever. You know what I mean? There was none of that. It was just, I'm just going to mow through this lineup because no one scares me. You know what I'm saying? So now, if you got to start thinking, I like the idea that they have Hanley batting third and Bogarts fifth, because if Bogarts was raking and he still is hot from spring training, now when you get to J.D. Martinez, you're like, well, I don't want to walk J.D. Martinez because Bogarts is up. And if he's going to be a 350 hitter or a 340 hitter or whatever he was in spring training, then, well, now if he gets a double, he wall balls one. You know what I mean? Now we got J.D. Martinez maybe rounding third, and Hanley now is going to get pitches to hit because J.D. Martinez is the most significant pop threat for their lineup. You know what I mean? So if everyone has to get pitched to in a way to make contact, then
I think they should bat Devers for 6th, not 7th.
I like Devers 6
because I think he still has. I mean, that's still significant pop.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude can bash him still.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited for the pitching staff.
Me too.
I'm really excited.
I'm really intrigued by Price.
I think I'm in on Price.
Yeah, are you?
I might be all in on Price actually.
Just on the island.
I think I'm just committing day one.
Yeah.
To Price Island.
I want him to do well.
So what are you thinking wins wise for Price?
That's perfect. All right. So wins
for Price specifically.
Price
yeah, just Price. Like this is his bounce back year. This is his year to opt out at the end of the year and get paid again. And somewhere he wants to be.
I'm going to go 16-7. 16-7. With like 22 quality starts. Like I think he'll pitch well a lot.
I'm going to go 19-4.
There you go. That's a 3-game difference right there. Yeah.
You're probably right on quality starts, like 22 quality starts.
Yeah. What about you?
I'm thinking
I'm going 0-33.
No. Like, you know, it's crazy the way that the major leagues are. Like, if a pitcher was in, like, I know a player like him, when he's such a high level guy, if he was losing, like, if he was like 10-20, like, hypothetically, like, just that far bad this season, they would eventually just shut him down.
Oh yeah.
Public perception on Price is low.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about even people outside of like Red Sox fans.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking to a Yankees fan at work today. I was like, "Well, our lineup is pretty fucking damn good." He's like, "Well, Price is. What has Price ever been?" I was like, "He was a fucking Cy Young winner."
Yeah, he was a good pitcher,
like,
and he was really good at the end of last year.
Yeah,
like
I was
in the playoffs for them.
David Price is still a good pitcher.
Right.
He's just been kind of
Yeah.
but he's your 2.
Right.
See,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say what makes their rotation really dangerous is the fact that Pomerantz and Porcello is probably your 4-5.
That's why I said I really wanted the Red Sox to go get like Yu Darvish, and the guy was like, "Well, Yu Darvish isn't that good." I was like, "He is as a 3." Because then you have Pomerantz and Porcello as 4-5.
Right.
Porcello is probably the best 5 in the history of baseball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Wright suspended the first like 15 games.
Yep. So, I mean, 2 times through the rotation, 3 times through the rotation, whatever.
Yeah, Yu Darvish is all right as a 1.
Yeah.
But he's really good as a 3.
Oh, yeah. He's the best 3 in the league.
And if you go like, or Eduardo Rodriguez, Pomerantz 4-5, that's probably the best 4-5 in baseball.
Right now, you mean?
Right now,
without like a Yu Darvish on the...
Or without Yu Darvish or something. Yeah, right. Just because you would say it would be Sale, Price, Porcello, third.
Yeah, but the way Pomerantz pitched last year, he might have overtaken Porcello.
That could be true, yeah.
Because Pomerantz was pretty good last year.
He was real good, especially down the stretch. He finished that season off real strong. So, yeah.
Porcello, the thing is, people freaked out about Porcello because of his...
loss total and home runs.
Because of his Cy Young year and then the year he had last year.
Right.
But if you look at the years, there's not a huge difference between the two. It's just he had a lot of run support the year he won Cy Young. He won all those games. Then he lost the run support, and instead of winning those games, he lost those games.
He had like a league low in run support, but also I think he led the American League in home runs given up.
But his ERA was not that much different.
No, I think it was a full point. I think it was like, it was 4.6 as opposed to 3.6.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was actually, was it even that low?
I think it was
for his Cy Young year?
Or for his Cy Young? I don't know.
I don't think it was even that low. I think he might have almost pitched by the 4s.
That could be true.
I'm going to go with 13-10.
Not a bad guess.
Not because I think he's going to like completely shit the bed. I just don't know how this offense is going to work.
Right.
Like to put and not to yell into the mic.
Do it.
Do
it again.
No. But like,
Yell.
to put that much faith into like Hanley, I just can't.
Right.
And to think that like all of your youngsters are going to somehow figure it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I think Hanley's going to be platooned. I don't think he's an everyday guy.
Also, I don't think you're putting
just,
that much faith into him. I think you're putting a lot of your faith into J.D. Martinez.
See, I'm not. I think he's good, and I think he could be.
He's the best power hitter on your team.
Yes, he is. I think he's going to be the guy on the team, but I think he's a guy on the team surrounded by guys that like.
Do you?
They're all going to be like, and I'm not saying this to be like stupid. I think he could hit 30 home runs and 100 RBIs, and everyone else around him hit fucking like 15 home runs.
Right.
Because they all have like horrible years.
But I mean,
I just can't picture. For me, like you know what I mean. Like if you're not letting guys like a Hanley and a Mitch Moreland get bats every day, some of those guys, for some reason, if they don't see pitches every single day and they're in every single game,
right,
they just lose it.
Right.
And I get it. Like it's repetition. It's you have to have that practice, but like. Some of these guys, for some reason, they just don't know how to platoon. There's some guys that just come off the bench and know how to hit a home run.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just, that's it.
Johnny Gomes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They just have that knack for it.
I love John.
Just to touch back, Rick Porcello had a 3.15 his year.
Oh, wow. It was really good. All right.
And then he had
not,
4
that's
points.
not,
it's not even really good.
No,
right?
it's not even really good for an ERA, for a Cy Young winner.
Right.
But
it's still
what was
good.
it last
It's
year?
a good number. 4.6.
All right.
So it was 4.6 last year, 3.1 the year before. So it's a 1.5 swing. But yeah, I mean he gave up lead league or league the league lead to lead the league.
He led the league.
He led the league. Woo! That was a struggle.
Noodle
home runs, 38 home runs given up, which is a ton of jacks.
Yeah, well, especially considering the Red Sox probably hit 38 home runs all year. So
Combined, yeah.
Porcello gave up more home runs than the Red
the
Sox
whole
had.
Red Sox 9. So that's that's tough. 13-10.
I just think he's going to be one of those
What
guys.
do you have like an ERA? Guess.
I think it's going to be like 4.
4.
4.
I was going to say
4.3, something like that.
I was going to say 4.2.
I'm thinking 3.2.
That good, huh?
Yep.
He could do it.
No, he could.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
if he shows
I
up,
think he's
right.
just another one
Well,
of
I
those.
think good David Price is like a 2.4
he could be
ERA.
a 2.8.
Yeah.
2.5,
But I also think he's one of those guys that like he has just gotten so. I think he's like everyone else that we've seen come through Boston that just doesn't know how to handle the media. Mm-hmm. He just gets beaten down and he's done.
He's
like,
it's probably like a mid 3 actually.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go like 3. What did you say?
I said 3.2, but it's probably like 3.4.
I was going to say like 3. Yeah, I think 3.7 makes more sense for me. But yeah.
Well, it depends on what. I mean, Cy Young David Price is like sub 3.
Yeah. That's
yeah,
true.
no, I'm not saying the guy can't pitch.
Right. Oh no, he's
I just
talented.
think in between his ears,
What does he got?
gets in the way of his just natural ability.
Like, what was Chris Sale's ERA to end the year?
To end the year?
Yeah, because I know he kind of fell off towards the end.
Yeah, the game that I went and saw, I watched him give up 3 home runs in the same game. 3 home runs to what's his name, Davidson or Donaldson?
Josh Donaldson,
Yeah.
Toronto. Yeah. That guy had a monster year too.
Yeah,
Real
Josh
low key.
Donaldson.
Like a lot of people forgot about that. He had a fucking killer year. He finished at 2.9.
Yeah, so even with his bad starts at the end, he had a sub 3.
Right.
Chris
Yeah.
Sale's fucking amazing.
Well, see,
He's
that's
the
the
man,
thing that bothers me is like you have that guy. Get him some run support.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
blow, like Joe says, at this point, you have the pitching. Fucking spend the money on the bats.
Well, I mean,
Pick up another pitcher. They did, but they got one guy.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying that you're wrong, Joe. I just think you got one guy.
What do you think of them extending Vasquez? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just
No, no, no.
I like that move. I like Vasquez. So.
Yeah,
I like Vasquez. Yeah.
I think it's good.
I think it's just like a tap baseball thing. I love fucking Sandalone.
I said, yeah, dude. He's like, how old is he?
He's not that old.
He's not that old.
No, I don't think he's like. I think he's probably in his maybe early 30s,
Oh,
but I
okay.
think
I
he's
thought
like
he
his
was-
late 20s.
Who's the catcher they had where they had 3? They carried 3 catchers like 2-3 years ago, and the guy
Is it
had
David Ross?
David Ross.
Yeah, he
That's
was
what I
like
was thinking.
35.
Yeah,
He won a World Series, then he went to the Cubs and
Yeah.
won another
Right.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right. I like the Vasquez move. Also, you guys pointed on something that just kind of sank in with me, too. I don't know if batting Hanley third means they're putting a lot of stock in Hanley. I think they're kind of hiding Hanley because you're forcing pitchers to have to hit to or pitch to him with J.D. Martinez behind him. So I think you're actually using what could be a liability to your strong. You might be feeding him strikes down the middle because you have J.D. Martinez behind you. So you're hoping that I think you're the one that you said. No, you're really putting a lot of stock in Martinez. Or whatever. That really you're hoping that he is what he's been built out to be. Because if not, then you have Hanley being Hanley. Who knows what that is? And then if J.D. Martinez isn't what we thought he was going to be, now you got doofus and fucking disappointment or whatever, batting 3-4. Now you're all screwed up.
I actually think we're going to get a real good year out of Hanley this year.
I think so too.
I think platooning him with Mitch Moreland and having him bat against, Hanley will go against righties, Moreland will go against lefties.
Yeah.
I think that actually we're gonna get a better Hanley Ramirez.
Mm-hmm. I hope
because I don't think you're gonna see him wear down or anything like that. He's just gonna go out there and swing.
Now remember, there's that stupid fucking 497 at bats. The option.
Yeah. He has that option. He's not gonna hit that.
497. Remember, he was one at bat short last year.
And he played
he was hurt, and he split with Mitch Moreland.
Yeah.
You could.
He could.
And if you bat third, you get more lineups than batting sixth. Or more at bats.
That's what I said.
Yeah, right. So that's a wild thing.
And this is the thing. Now, hypothetically, Devers comes on and just has a really good hypothetical first quarter, first half.
Yeah.
Bump him to third.
They win. If Devers has that good of a season, they win the AL East.
Well, you bump him to third. You all of a sudden now you have Ortiz, Hanley, not Hanley, Manny again.
Right.
You have a lefty, righty,
right,
in your two power spots.
Yeah.
Because that's the issue I have. Also, is just it's like righty, lefty, righty, and then whatever your fifth, sixth batter. Like if you're just like, and then I'm not saying this to be stupid, but like I hate that because then you can have that. If you're playing
specialist come in,
or a right-hander,
right.
It just
I don't know. I think sometimes that stuff gets overplayed.
I think John Farrell tried to play that too much and it hurt him.
Yeah. But I think sometimes that stuff gets overplayed. If you're a good hitter, you're a good hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know some people statistically they hit worse off, but if you're a good hitter, it's like this much of a tiny difference.
Because how often would you want to move Ortiz around towards the end of his career just because there's it's a lefty and we could do, you know what I mean? Like you let Ortiz back clean up or third or whatever you did for the day.
Lefty specialist is still the best job in sports, maybe outside of like long snapper.
Yeah,
like that. There was a dude who played for the Yankees who'd come in and throw submarine style,
right?
Only to lefties. He'd pitch like two guys, make a couple $1 million guaranteed, and then
throw 11 pitches. And like, see you guys tomorrow. Like that's it. Yeah, it's not bad. So. Real quick, before we do our Red Sox predictions for the annual, what do you think they're going to have for a record this year? I wanted to see what you guys thought about this. I'm sure you guys have seen it. I posted it in the group. Kind of really helps baseball, I think. It shows some personality, and I don't think they'll ever be able to do this in game. They're able to do it during spring training, which was dope. But
wait, I have to go to the bathroom. But this is awesome.
This is awesome.
I saw it on your computer screen as I was walking by.
Yeah,
they need to do this all year.
I don't think you can do it in game.
I think you can if you do it in the first 5 innings.
Okay, interesting.
If you have a first 5 inning cutoff when the game is still, it can be an either one.
Yeah,
I really like this.
I like this. It got a chance to show some personality. It was funny. The interaction. I don't know how I would feel if this happened in the middle of the game. It was like he's talking to the headset guy.
I don't think as long as he clearly starts paying attention, like when the pitch is
going
in, you can hear him like trail off in what he's saying.
Right.
So I think if you can do it in the first 5 innings, I don't think it really
doesn't really matter much,
especially if it's an outfielder. I wouldn't do it with an infielder.
Yeah, like I don't think you could be a second like hot shot.
Yeah,
just, you know what I mean? Like coming in. But I think a mic'd up version for baseball would be a really good thing.
I think they should have everyone mic'd up.
Yeah. Because I think if they did a show sort of like the NFL does, and then all of a sudden you get to see some of the interactions at first base, you know what I mean? Like someone gets on base, you see the first baseman, the guy that got the hit on. But I'm going to play the clip. This is from spring training, the last spring training game of the day. Mookie Betts is talking about some bowling tournament or whatever he was at, some event. And a ball gets hit to right field just out of his reach, and he's having an interaction with the guys back in the booth while the play's happening. So we'll check that out.
I witnessed all of them.
You did.
Yeah, because I had to make sure.
It wasn't a walk-off. You didn't just drop the mic and walk off knowing that this is a strike and I'm done.
I wanted to, but because, yeah, I mean, it's etiquette, you know,
Right.
bowling etiquette. You can't.
Right.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
I ain't getting this one, boys.
Get on your horse. Don't miss the cutoff.
Ain't getting this one, boys.
I just thought it was a really cool moment for him the ball's hit right down into the right field corner, definitely out of his reach. You know, lands probably 20 feet away from him, and you just
I'm not getting this one, boys.
you just hear him hop on it.
There you go.
I ain't getting this one, boys.
Get on your horse.
I thought it was really, really cool. It's an interesting thing because if I'm Manfred, right, and I'm watching, this went really viral.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, it's all over Twitter, it's Facebook. That's where I saw it. I posted it at the group. If I'm Manfred, I'm sitting there like, we have a game that's dying. The average age of people is basically dying. Like, it's so, there's no real engagement anymore, and that's the whole thing about baseball is the human element. Like, that's why they like there's no replays, or there is home run replays, but it's ball
That's about
strikes,
it,
calls, yeah.
Well, that's the other issue. Is the big issue is every ump has its own strike zone.
Right.
The rule is from fucking essentially tits and knees, ladies and gentlemen,
Yep.
in the plate.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not that hard.
Right, but
I
there's
get
like-
it. Like, it is physically hard to
Yeah,
judge.
to judge, right,
But
yeah,
to,
yeah.
like, tell somebody, no, but that's my strike zone.
Yeah, I let him go a little low. Like, but why? The rule says
Yeah,
knees. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? So there's so much human element in baseball, and I think that this baseball struggles with personality.
Yeah.
Right. And the guys that have a lot of personality are typically frowned upon, like a guy like Bryce Harper, because he comes off like an asshole. Right.
Because he is.
Right. Yeah, he is. And then David Price, a guy who has a strong personality,
But he's an
asshole. Right.
You say that, but guys that, like, I think a guy like a Jeter had a personality
Right.
and wasn't a shithead.
No, he wasn't. And or David Ortiz had
and he
a
was on
strong
the same
personality.
team with A-Rod
Right.
that was a shithead.
Right, absolutely.
And had no personality. So,
Right.
like, you know what I
He's
mean?
a total drip, right?
Yeah.
And then you have a guy like Ortiz who had Manny
Oh, my
had
God.
personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
you know, his
Ortiz
antics.
just, like... Ortiz, to me, reminds me so much of, like, hypothetically, like a Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, just exudes
Right.
that, like... I don't want to say confidence, but just, like, he's the cool
just
guy
had-
in the
yeah,
room.
right.
And he knows it.
Yeah. He had a lot of charisma. Manny had on-field personality. You know, where he's he's
Yes.
jumping,
Yeah, and
jumping
he
the
would-
ball, high-fiving a fan, and then
or
throwing
he'd-
someone out
Or
second.
he'd go into the
wall and piss.
during
Yeah,
the game.
right.
Like, he had those moments where you're like,
drinking water out in
Yeah,
left field, whatever.
yeah.
It's just incredible. Like, so he had, like you say, he had very personable moments, I'll say. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, you watched him dive and cut off Johnny Damon for no reason. He just dove into the scene, and the left fielder became the cutoff guy.
Yeah.
It was just so weird. And he gets up, the ball's rolling around, he's sitting on it, he can't find it. It's just, oh my God, the guy's an idiot. But a lot of that's gone.
Yeah.
And the guys that are left, you know, like you said, Ortiz, Jeter, gone. A-Rod, Drip, whatever, who cares? Really good on the Baseball Tonight show. He does a really good job there. But this, I thought, was fucking dope. Like, it was really cool. I just don't know about how do you, in-game,
I think you
interact.
Here's the thing. If you're going to do it, it should be as the player's walking up to the to bat,
Yep.
talk to the guy.
Right.
Soon as, like, the pitcher gets ready to pitch and the batter's ready, that mic needs to shut off. Because
Yeah,
you can't
right.
be talking to a guy
Right.
in his ear
Right.
while they're doing that. Like, hypothetically, you're talking to a pitcher,
Right.
which never going to happen because pitchers, you can't fuck them up that mentally.
Right, yeah.
But if you did, what happens if you're talking to him and all of a sudden it's a line drive straight at his head?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
You
sure,
can't
right,
do
you
that.
You can't do it.
And that's the other thing is, like, are you going to do it with just outfielders? Because you don't want your infielders getting hurt.
Right.
Because now they're trying to turn a double play and they're still talking to you.
Right, yeah.
Like, can you imagine fucking Pedroia? That wasn't me, man.
Yeah,
that wasn't me.
yeah,
Like,
that wasn't me.
I mean, that would end the conversation. We'd
Right.
all know
We would know.
exactly what he was saying, but, like, come on.
I think there's a way where you can mic players up, but not necessarily have the back and forth.
Yeah, just
You know
have
what I
them
mean?
mic'd up
And
so
then
you
you
can
can
hear
play
them.
the clips
Yeah.
during the, between pitches or between
or just
whatever. Or
in
innings.
between innings.
Right. You can come
Like,
back with
you-
a personable segment from somebody.
Fuck yeah.
Right. So let's say Mookie Betts, is in the outfield.
Yep.
That kind of play happens. Now, he probably wouldn't say out loud, I'm not going to make it to this one, boys, or whatever. But you might hear him like, oh, damn it, or whatever. You know what I mean? You might be able to get something, then he'll turn to Jackie and say, oh, man, that one just got away from me, whatever. And now Mookie Betts is up to bat the next right. So you go to break, you come back, and you're like, here's what Mookie had to say about the final out of the inning, and now he's leading off, or whatever.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden you get to see almost like the behind the scenes of something that we just watched or witnessed.
I think the only issue you're going to have... what was that?
That is a Facebook message.
Oh, boy.
Click the mute on that one.
But I think you're going to have the issue where, like, I don't know, are you going to be able to hear them in the dugout?
Right.
Like, there has to be a point where, like, because the owners and the coaches and the players are going to be like, dude, you can't hear what I'm about to say about fucking
Right.
how shitty this pitcher is. Because then he's going to go out there and hit me next time I go out there.
Right, yeah.
When I say, this guy is the worst junk ball in the league, I'm going to crank a home run. And then he goes out there and does it, and they're like, yeah, so that guy can never pitch again.
Well, you think about like the NFL stuff, right? I'm sure there's a lot of shit talk that doesn't necessarily.
That's
get
what I'm
shown,
saying.
You
Like,
know what I mean?
it
Like,
has to be.
but they have like a week to mix that down,
Yeah.
and edit it, and get all the sound clips they want to put out. You know what I mean for the
Yeah.
show. You're right. Yeah, it's tough.
I think that's the other issue is you hear that, and then usually they don't show you them back. Like, they'll back and forth. But, like, dude, I played with guys in high school
Yeah.
and in semi-pro. They're telling the other guy he's going to make him their...
Yeah, right.
And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to... And, like, stomping on the guy's fingers when he's trying to get up, and, like, telling him, that's right, you're my bit... And, like, going at him, and I'm like, if that's never going to... You're never going to see that on TV.
Right.
If they had ever mic'd up, like, a... I think if you mic'd up guys like... I mean, Bill Lee would have been cool. I'm just bring it back to baseball, but, like, those guys... But, like... I think if you like, I think you would get some guys that are like an A-Rod. They're just
A drip. Right.
They're
It's-
fucking useless.
And Mookie Betts seems to be kind of like the quiet, soft-spoken. Like,
Yeah.
like you know, we
But
talked
he
to
has-
Keith about him being
I
the
think-
leader.
Yeah, I think he has that funny personality.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. And all of a sudden, you know, you get this out of him, where
There you go.
Uh-oh.
I ain't getting this one, boys.
Get on your horse.
oh yeah, I love that. You know what I mean? And it seems like he was witty. Is you know, there's some humor there, and it was all. I think it was awesome. I just don't know.
I will say this:
logistics of
if
it.
they mic you up, you have to lose the fucking chains, people.
yeah, a lot
Like,
of
what is the
chains.
point of the chain while you're playing baseball?
You know who I would have loved to hear mic'd up all time? Like
Who?
if I could do my all-time baseball player
Yeah.
mic'd up, Pedro Martinez.
Maybe.
All
I
the
couldn't
time.
understand.
I think I was going to say, I think most of the time you'd only understand him when he's talking to his catcher.
Yeah.
Everybody else he would be speaking to in Spanish, and
Spanish, yeah,
everybody
right,
else
right.
would be like,
If I could hear in English what Pedro Martinez was saying, I would love to. Hear
I don't know if you guys talked about this already, but you know how you implement this? And I know I said the 5-inning rule.
Yeah.
Fuck that. The 5-inning rule is for interviewing the player while he's on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think every single baseball player should be mic'd up. Mm-hmm. And the MLB, they have their like season ticket thing.
Yeah.
If you buy the season ticket for all whatever games, there's an alternate feed where you can hear every
All the
player.
players. That's a good idea.
I want to
and
hear
I
Manning
heard-
going into the Green Monster
And piss,
taking a
the piss
piss.
and-
I heard you say something about like, what about in the dugout? You cut the feed on dugout. You cut the feed whenever it's like just a dugout shot.
Yeah.
And you cut the feed during like pitchers meetings.
Pitcher catchers meetings.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah. Right.
But like when the batter's in the box, I want to hear all the like shit he says to the
right.
catcher or
Yeah.
to the ump. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it should just be like.
See, I think they're so protected, but also you would get the personality part of like a
Dude,
catcher
I would
and
pay
pitcher's
for
meeting.
the baseball package
Well, I
to
think-
hear that.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think people would be clamoring for that so much. Like, listen, don't tell me yes, you cut off our way to hear it, but we know you're recording that conversation. The major league players / association / owners would say, no, we don't want them to hear what we talk about.
The thing is, though, they probably hear what they're talking about anyway. Like that stuff is recorded on without the audio.
They turn up the audio. They point like those audio things
those
at
little
them
mics,
so you
yeah,
can
yeah.
hear them.
Yeah. So I mean, you can hear if you take away like the commentary and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
You can probably hear stuff on the baseball field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Right.
I just want a feed that has the live interactions of these pro people, these pro guys.
What I don't want is, while I don't want between innings they interview Clayton Kershaw in the dugout and he's not pitching for 3 more days.
No, I don't want
that.
that.
I don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, give me a guy that's at least in the moment.
And this
too.
is what you do. You tie it to your baseball ticket or whatever, and then, I don't know, 1 game a week or 1 game, 1 big matchup a week.
Right.
You throw the feed out there for free. Here you go.
Right.
This is the on-field chatter feed for the alternate feed for this game. Watch it at MLB.com.
I think the one guy that you
and then just link it to purchase the season ticket and get this for every game.
I think the one guy you need to mic up, you should have mic'd up back if this
all
was
of them. You mic up all of them.
But the guy that would have been
Oil Can Boyd.
well, but I was gonna say fucking John Rocker. Get those conversations.
Carl Everett.
Those conversations.
Carl Everett talking about how dinosaurs aren't real. I want that.
Yeah, there you go. You get some of those.
I just want to see the. Well, see what's funny is sometimes you, like you said, you can kind of hear what if they turn down for whatever reason they can obviously they can find. Oh, this is the crowd noise, and turn that down, and you can hear what they're saying on first base. When Ortiz would play first base, and they would have audio of him goofing around with somebody.
Well, A-Rod would come in and they would
it's in football you can hear the chatter on the field sometimes.
Right.
Like when
get a hot mic,
if they're not talking commentary, you can hear Brady Rex Ryan and
52's the mic.
and obviously they're yelling. So,
yeah.
But you can hear the cadence and shit.
I want to hear the audio from a guy that's like a Price, that guy that's just he's a shithead personality wise.
Right.
Just that's right. When I strike you out, I'm gonna fuck your mother. Motherfucking him, and it's just what
Suck
did
my
he?
cock over your family.
And just all you do is run it on a delay.
Right. Yeah, no.
And then you can edit it as it goes. You know what I mean?
But it would be like that. Like when you watch old videos of when they would show videos of I know they you ever seen the movie what is it
Semi-Pro or Jackie Moon
well it's like that
suck my cock over your family.
But you would get those moments, they would be edited, those would end up on
the lost tapes,
but they'd release it, but it would all be edited out.
They should and the MLB should take little clips of whatever they think is going to go viral, like this Mookie Betts in-game interview from that alternate stream, and clip them down and let people tweet them out, and let them go viral. That's how you make stars out of people who might not ever be stars.
Right.
And
I
then
1000% agree.
It's just that's how you grow the sport. Is you have to change with the times, and people want to hear.
Right.
They want to.
I want to know what the 3 Red Sox guys in the outfield say before they do that little dance, or what they're saying while they're doing that victory dance or whatever.
Breaking.
What do they call it?
Win, dance, repeat.
Win, dance, repeat. I want to know what they say or how they decide what one they're going to do. Or
I want to see who would be a bigger star? As you said about how just putting it on the perfect Johnny Gomes.
Yeah, a guy like him.
He's a guy that's I'm sure he'd be not be out there, but he'd have some interesting conversations.
Well, Mike Napoli you got to see a little bit of Mike Napoli's fucking personality when he was shirtless in Boston after they won the World Series.
That's what I'm saying. Guys
I want to
him,
see him. I would have never
Kevin
known
Millar.
that until they won the World Series.
Now, Kevin Millar was mic'd up for some things. Remember,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of the talk about, well, if we win, all we got to do is win one. Then we get Petey, then Schilling, and then Game 7, who knows? Why not us? Why not us, right? So that was pre-game not necessarily a documentary. I think
they were filming him, and he knew
it. Footage of it, and he's talking, and then those sound bites came out. You know what I mean? After, but mostly after.
Yeah.
But they would do things with him where he was, he'd be the guy that wasn't playing, and they'd interview him while the game's going on. And my favorite Kevin Millar thing is, they said, what do you think is your strength? He says, well, I'm not a very good hitter. I can't throw. I'm pretty poor on defense. I'm not a very good baseball player. And it's just I loved his personality too. But yeah, you're right. I thought this was such an interesting, and it's not new. Because we know that the NBA does those mic'd up things a lot too, or the NFL does them, and where the NBA is more they'll kind of grab a guy right on the sideline. It's sort of like an interview thing, but it's so close. Everyone, so you can just grab, hey, come here real quick or whatever. The NFL, we see the mic'd up show, sound effects, whatever come out the next week. It's all you get it all the time. this isn't new technology, but for baseball, it's like, oh man, that was really cool.
Yeah,
like just seeing the Mookie Betts.
And I said mic them all up. You don't even have to mic them all up. You can mic every catcher.
Three guys
a catcher should always be mic'd up because you get the interaction at home plate between all three people will get picked up on that microphone. So
Suck my cock.
Yeah, suck my cock about your family.
So the catchers should always be mic'd up. And they have all that padding on. You would never even know you have a microphone.
Right, yeah.
Pitchers, if they're okay with it, should be mic'd up.
Oh man, can you imagine the
They're all
audio
gonna be like Chris
from
Sale.
A-Rod?
Chris Sale might be like, remember Chris Sale with the retro jerseys? He might be like, I can't pitch with the microphone on. Right. Don't force them. Just say like, all right, fine, you won't be mic'd up.
Right.
But then like there should be like 2 select infielders and the corner outfielder or something like that should be mic'd up. So like 5 people a game should be mic'd up.
Yeah.
And you'll get every batter because of the catcher mic, and then you'll get select fielders.
Right. Now I have some bad news. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is, you remember how you were talking earlier about how like you don't want to hear Kershaw getting interviewed in the dugout.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes those interviews, it's not the interview that makes a fucking like nobody gives a shit. It's like you watching when they. I want to hear them be like in the like in the movie Beer League, when the guy makes a hit and he's running for like a double, run motherfucker, run motherfucker! Like I want that. Like some of those guys do get some personality and like get into it, but I want to hear that.
Yeah, they're normally just like, oh, here we go, and then they're just like watch it. They're like, okay,
they're like, here we go. Because you also have
and
the
half
thing
the
like
time they interview them prior to the actual play, so they're playing it while the game's going on at a different time. So it'll be like a split screen. Like there's a live game and a recorded interview. So, a hit might happen. Like, oh, there's a home run. But they're talking because they're in between innings. This guy's like, oh, yeah, so anyway, yesterday I pitched. Blah,
it's a little
and it's like, it doesn't match up.
There's three things baseball can do to keep viewership up. One is that mic up alternate thing.
Yeah.
2 is on the regular games, like the regular broadcast, you should never go all the way to commercial. Ever. You should screen in the commercial and then have the
I see what you're saying.
What's going on in the background, like people throwing around and shit.
Right, yeah.
On at the same time.
Okay.
And 3, keep the balls juiced.
Yeah. Pepper those back.
I just want to hear
or juice them even more. I want it to be like hitting a fucking tennis ball with a metal bat.
I want to hear I want to hear David Price strike out Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
And as he's walking to the dugout, just going, I own that motherfucker. Like just something like that. Like
I really want.
I want to hear that.
I want to mic up the airplane rides home and find out what the fuck happened between Eckersley and Bryce.
Well, you're not going to get that.
That's what I really wanted.
Yeah, but who's like a really fiery pitcher? That'd be great to have.
Sale.
Yeah, Sale.
Sale. Kershaw.
Lester.
Yeah.
Lester used to be.
Papelbon. Oh my God!
Yeah,
Could you imagine
John
Jonathan Papelbon with a fucking mic on him?
Can you imagine Mariano Rivera just humming to himself the whole time, just like very monotone?
Dude, that would totally go viral if he was just
like a fucking
humming
yogi
to himself, like
a fucking yogi on the
super
mound.
calm, just like strike out 9 straight pitches, just struck out the entire side and won the game, and he's just like
goes like namaste at the end. That's it.
Everybody be like, "This is the most boring thing I've ever watched."
This guy is a psycho. I do have bad news though.
They're not going to do it. Okay,
I'm going to break it up. I'm going to break this up real quick. Are you ready for some bad news?
I am.
I was ready when you
patient.
said.
Were you guys ready? I was
ready.
I didn't get the vibe you guys were ready. Win, dance, repeat.
Yeah.
Is no more.
What?
No more.
Why?
One of the 3 guys mentioned it. Says that they're not really looking to do it anymore. They asked Jackie Bradley what's going on. He was very ho-hum on the topic. Didn't want to talk about it. Word on the curb is JD Martinez is going to be playing a lot of outfield. And that he's not really in.
Oh, Jesus. Once again, shouldn't have picked him up. God damn it.
So I don't know. Maybe not a negative thing, but he's just probably like, nah, because he just seems like real like.
Yeah, I don't want to jump.
And I'm good. Like I don't want to do the Michael Jackson dance, or I don't want to
jump.
Right.
I think it would be really funny.
I really want. I want a Mookie Betts boom floss. I fucking want boom floss. It's popular now. The backpack dance. I fucking want it. Do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I fucking want that.
I really want.
Okay.
Wow. It would be really funny if if they did it and they just like ran to JD Martinez and
Yeah.
they did it, the dance without him, and
They
like
just-
passed it to him and he
Right.
just stood there.
Did nothing.
That would be even better.
That'd be even better. So I don't know, but also there's another co-conspiracy here that they're all coming up with something new.
Oh, maybe.
So that might be even better.
Yeah.
Could be like fucking win boom floss
Why
repeat,
can't-
and if they all just fucking
Why
boom floss
can't-
like the whole, I'd fucking lose my
Why
mind.
can't they do win, dance, repeat when JD Martinez just isn't in the outfield?
I don't know. But yeah, I guess the talk is just like, yeah.
Who is it? It's just a thing between Betts.
I think
Bradley, and
Benintendi was
Benintendi?
the one that brought it up. Yeah. But I thought Holt would do it too
Well,
when he was out there.
he's young too.
Yeah, he's
and
younger.
he's all up there like, I'll fucking boom floss.
Yeah, he'll do anything.
yeah, whatever.
Is that what
whatever.
that dance is called?
The boom floss.
Is that the-
boom floss challenge? Yeah, the backpack dance. Yeah,
I
It's
don't.
called the boom floss.
It's the same thing with what's that other one that was really popular at one point? I don't know. There's a bunch of
Dougie?
them. The Dougie. Any of those.
Yeah.
I don't. Like
Teach me
that,
how
I
to Dougie.
kind
Teach me
of.
how to Dougie.
Yeah, I kind of.
You just gotta rub your head.
Yeah, that's.
Dougie.
The boom floss is fucking hard.
It's like
Yeah.
and you like
Yeah, you go.
This
I can do,
this is
do-
the
this great
whitest
radio.
show ever.
This is great radio too.
You
by
like-
the way.
If you
You
can
like-
picture
it
two
almost-
chubby
for
white
some
guys
reason,
trying to
for
dance.
some reason it reminds me of like
in
the
their
Carlton
seat.
dance, but it's
Kinda.
not really
It's
the
not
Carlton
the
dance at all.
Carlton dance.
Not at all.
But it reminds me of like the way they swing their arms.
You know that music.ly, like Musical.ly?
Yeah.
There's a thing called the Boom Floss Challenge where you can do a song on there, and the fucking song is so dope. It's like made for the boom floss. It's like boom, 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 and you speed up, and it's fun. Oh god, it's so dope.
I haven't heard the boom. Is it a real song?
I've been trying to find if that's a real song, but the song they use on Musical.ly, I think it might just be like an 8-second, thing for it. But it just starts off boom, 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 boom.
Also, it's a dance in Fortnite now, so you can do the boom floss in Fortnite.
It's also in 2K, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. As one of your like your street moves or whatever.
It's not in MLB The Show, which I've been playing.
Let me check. Don't care.
Bummer. Is it in tap baseball?
No.
Can you tap boom floss like boom, 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 boom? That would be dope. I love the boom floss.
I do
I'm
like
addicted
that.
to it.
They did put a thing in like
create
if
a
you hit
player
the
road.
they have that you can create a player now in tap baseball. Also, if you hit like a game-winning home run or like a very clutch home run,
Yeah.
oh, it like does the dancing down the first
Oh,
baseline.
nice. 'Cause
Like
it used to do the cinematic.
Yeah.
with that-
I do want to bitch a little bit about MLB The Show because they added a bunch of super unrealistic shit in that game.
Really?
That I didn't know. Like when you're doing your creative player, you could do like your home run celebration and you're like rounding the base thing.
Yeah.
And some of them are just like the most ridiculous
Like you can go from
shit
third- like
you
you
would
can do
ever
like
do.
a cartwheel.
Yeah.
Cartwheel.
You can
Run the
one
wrong
is
way?
one. It looks like the guy's just flying like Superman, like legit off the ground. His completely perpendicular with the ground.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
want that.
I actually love it. I do love that. It's wildly unrealistic.
No, yeah, I don't. But I
that
don't.
would be. Imagine that if you. Okay, all right. Let's go to this weird paradigm where we can fly. Imagine if fucking.
It doesn't count. You don't. You didn't actually touch the bases. You're just flying.
But what if you just flew and you were just like tapped it as you went? You just
I
fucking
did
tapped
like
the bat.
I did like some of the bat flips though.
The bat flips are probably dope.
Like you hit a home run and like some of them are just like he like looks at the pitcher and literally just like throws the bat at him. It's
That's-
like "Hwah!"
Okay, all right. That's a wild thing.
Mine's like
Kind of like
my guy hits it and he carries the bat like almost like halfway down the first baseline in his hand and then he's just like meh, and he just like
when I used to
Joey
play,
bats it.
When I used to play in a softball league, I used to keep the bat with me for a long time. I
Oh,
don't know why.
Slugfest. MLB Slugfest. You run the bases with the bat in your hand.
Yeah.
I would get like halfway to first and same thing, and then I would notice because I would like hit and then like pull it back, and I'd be running like with the bat, and I'm just like, what am I doing? And then like have to throw the bat.
I actually think the best one to do is like hit the home run and then like gently place the bat down on the ground.
yeah, just lay it down.
Like-
that's pretty cool.
Like lay it down
Tuck
and
it
then take like my guy, the one I settled on for rounding the bases.
Yeah.
He like gets all the way to the very end when he's about to step on home plate. He like bends down and he like wipes off his cleats and then he steps on home plate. And I was like, that one seems pretty realistic and cool.
I would also like it if there was an option to run
Not doing cartwheels down like the
In
first
reverse.
base path.
in reverse.
There is.
You can
You can run backwards.
not backwards.
Oh, like go
Like run
third,
the third,
second,
second,
first. No, yeah, but you can
That'd
run
be
the
crazy.
bases like But you
That'd be
can
cool, just
backpedal them. Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
See, what I would do, and
I think I'm taking a
softball,
Yeah.
if we somehow can find a way to do it this year,
I would
would
totally play in a softball league. Let me know if you guys
Yeah.
want to.
Oh, I'd do it.
I have no arm.
Hit the home run,
Yeah.
and then just like a fucking sword.
Yeah, just put it. Yeah.
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 And then
Sheath it.
And then slowly walk halfway down the first baseline and then drop it and then
Are you out of your mind if you don't think I'm bat flipping, even like singles? Just rope a single and just.
a bun, just pimp a bun.
Kevin can attest to this. I hit a walk-off double, right? We were down like 6-1 or whatever, right? Going into the ninth.
Yeah.
And we rallied on, right? Runner at second. I'm at first. Line one between, because there's 4 outfielders in our softball, you know?
Yeah.
So between left center and right center, you know what I mean? Like that position or whatever. Right between the two of them, one hopper right through them. And as soon as it touched down, because I thought one of them might dive and get to it, as soon as it touched down, I just fucking threw one finger up. And I was like running to first, like as it's happening. And I'm just like, all right, here we go. As soon as it touched, and then Kevin was like, you just hit him with the Larry Bird 3-point shootout. Like, you just like threw it up and just fucking walked off. I touched first, then just came home. And everyone was like, that was the Larry Bird thing. And I was like, that was so subconscious. Like, I didn't even realize I did it.
Dave's like, I've been waiting to do this for 20 years.
That was my moment. That's it's on my highlight reel.
I'm not even talking about.
Well, not that.
Never
not that
mind.
one. Yeah, not that.
Never
one.
mind.
I'm not even talking about game-winning hits. I'm talking about just like the first single of the game.
Lead off single.
Yep.
Flip that.
I'm 0 for 4 on the day. I hit one for 5. Just bat flip in your face.
There you go.
How's
Boom.
that? Slow pitch softball pitcher.
I would try to fly. I think I would do the fly. I did that once. I tried to slide into first, being funny, and totally
hurts.
fucking scorpioned.
Yeah.
Dude, got caught in the dirt. My legs went over my fucking head. I had a mouthful of dirt. I came up bleeding. Like, it was brutal. That was tough. That was a bad day. Well, now that we've talked about my softball stories and a lot of Red Sox, let's get into our predictions for the Sox before we move on. Aaron, how many wins do you have them? Because you were the closest last year.
Well, with one caveat.
Yeah,
he was
right.
the closest with a caveat.
Yeah, he was the closest with a caveat. Going over.
No, he didn't go over.
Oh, no.
He said they were going to lose the division, and they won.
That's
I
right,
said they were
right.
going to take second in the
You
division.
were over.
I was literally.
I was the closest going over, but I said they would, and I said they would win the division.
Right.
I said they were going to finish second in the division.
Yeah.
And I think I got the wins off by. I think they
One or two.
You were definitely
One.
the closest on the wins. I went over and was the closest going
without a caveat.
Right.
But I said they were going to win the division.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just didn't think they were going to do it. And
You
then,
actually just added that caveat yourself. I don't think we asked for that.
No,
never-
you didn't. I threw that in.
That was never a required detail.
I think it's.
What were their wins last year for reference? How
I
many?
think they had 93 last year. You said 92?
Yeah, I said 92 last year.
Okay, I'll confirm that.
That's awful. Awful that I guessed 92 and they got 93.
I'm
like,
pretty sure that's
if they had lost that one game,
Yeah.
I would have gotten that, and they would have lost. They would have taken second in the division. That
If
would've-
my
went-
aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle.
yeah,
That's, yeah. 93 and 69 last year, so they had 92. You said 92. They had 93.
yep. I was close without going over.
Yeah, right. So what do you got this year?
I think I went way over. I said 98. And
So
then
maybe
you
I
said,
said 100? I went for 100.
After you said it, you're like,
Yeah,
wow.
that's a wild thing. That's a real good year.
I'm thinking,
the hype train was hot, like
The hype train was high.
really
Real hype.
piping for the Red
Lit.
Sox. Started last year.
I'm thinking, I'm gonna go 91
They got worse.
by one game. Well, one game in my head.
Okay, all right. 91 and 71.
Do you want to caveat this at all?
They,
Finishing second in the division.
All right, you're going to double down, huh?
here we go. You're going to wind up not winning this thing again cleanly. Okay.
If I get the wins exact,
But
they won the division.
Or they
Like-
finished third or whatever.
like, God damn
They're
it!
fucked.
They get 91 wins and finish dead last in the
Right.
division.
Yeah.
Just we can't give it to you.
Can't get
You
it.
guessed second, Aaron.
Joe, you were second most accurate.
I'm going to say 96.
96. That's good. That's what I was going to say.
Well, now
Are you
can.
recording these so I don't have to write them down anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can if you want to. You want to have them just for reference.
That was a drop. That wasn't even airing.
Yeah, that wasn't
actually,
even that wasn't real
crumpling
paper. That was
It's a
drop.
really good, realistic sound drop.
It also takes 1.5 hours to play all the way out, so I can't even do it again.
Yeah, some good Foley work.
Yeah. Nice. So, I'm gonna go. I guess I'm gonna one up you again. I don't know. I really want a 96.
It's funny.
Go under.
You're.
Bob,
I was bouncing.
Price is
between-
right 'em.
I was bouncing,
Price is right 'em.
I was bouncing between 95 and 96. I was like, I'll go 96.
Yeah. I think the division's going to be the best division in baseball. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Right. The Yankees are going to be good. I don't think that they're going to win the division. I think the Sox do.
Yeah, I've actually cooled my jets on how scared I was of the Yankees.
Yeah, I think here's the problem with the Yankees. All right, a lot of people are saying, here's the thing that makes me nervous about the Yankees. Most Yankees naysayers are like, oh, Giancarlo Stanton, and you're really thinking Judge and Stanton are both going to hit 50 home runs again.
Yes,
right.
I am really thinking that.
I don't know if Judge will.
Well,
Wildly tapered off at the end of the year.
Judge could regress, yes.
Could regress. But the problem with the Yankees isn't necessarily the 1-2 punch that everyone thinks is terrible. Or
No,
not
their whole
terrible as
lineup
well.
is good.
They have like 6-7 guys that are probably going to hit 30, 35 home runs.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
no,
Like Didi Gregorius, Sanchez, all this. They have power everywhere.
The problem with the Yankees, though,
They have
is
no pitching.
Their pitching is horrendously
no
bad.
pitching at all. Right. But I think they're going to be a good team. They're going to be able to outslug a lot of teams.
They're hitching their wagons to the biggest ox that they know.
Right.
You know the
CC
Red Sox-
Sabathia.
Is it true the Red Sox have the highest
Payroll in baseball. And the Yankees have the 7th, which is the lowest they've been in like 40 years. 22, actually.
My Yankee fan kind of chirped me about that, like, oh, the Red Sox always. I was like, you're number 7 right now. Wait till fucking Bryce Harper hits or Mike Trout hit the open market.
Right.
The Yankees throw like
And
$2 billion at them.
They completely did what the Red Sox did. They rebooted their entire farm system and let it develop from there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now the problem is that the Sox, in the meantime, went and paid Pablo Sandoval, Hanley Ramirez, David
Yeah.
Price.
Yeah.
You know what
I was
mean?
gonna say-
they tried to get the ultimate free
I
agent.
feel like the
every
Red
year.
Sox don't have that many high price free agents,
Right.
And they don't because half of them are gone and they're
still
still
on the
being
payroll.
paid. Yeah,
Right. Yeah. So Hanley's getting paid a lot. David Price is getting paid a lot.
Pablo Sandoval is
deal
getting
was bad,
paid a
right?
lot.
So, but I mean, really, the majority of their team is Betts, homegrown. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bogarts, Bradley,
Benintendi.
Benintendi. You know what I mean?
Those
And
are all
Dustin
homegrown.
Pedroia.
Rusney Castillo is on their payroll.
Yeah.
You know what I
Devers.
mean? Devers, right?
I think Castillo at some point.
Vasquez now.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
homegrown.
Right.
I think Castillo might end up being either like a trade deal.
He had a good spring.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Either
really.
It's really their pitching. Their pitching is where they spend all their Porcello,
Yeah, for
Sale.
Sale, right.
now Sale
Price.
they traded. He still had like
Traded for
a halfway
Sale.
decent deal.
Right.
But he's still more than
not-
Eduardo Rodriguez, who's
Yeah,
probably their
right.
only. Even Eduardo Rodriguez is technically a trade, but I would consider him homegrown talent. He's
Right,
not
right,
like
yeah.
no one's going to be like, "Well, you paid
He
for
came
Eduardo
up
Rodriguez." Yeah,
into the majors really as a Red Sox.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So, yeah. Is Pomerantz... was that-
Pomerantz came from San Diego. There
came
was a
from San Diego.
trade.
Right, yep. So, I'm going to go 90... I'm going to go 94.
I felt like that was your choice.
See, I feel like these are way more realistic expectations than
100.
Yeah.
I'm going 100. I think that the division's really good. I think that Baltimore's got a really good lineup.
Yep.
I think Tampa's got some really good pitching, like low-key, homegrown pitching.
Chris
same
Archer.
thing. Yeah,
That
Chris
kid
Archer,
is
right.
disgusting.
And Toronto, it just tears the cover off the ball. You got fucking Bats, you got Donaldson, you got...
Wasn't
you know,
Joey Bats out there for a while?
I think he still might be. Yeah, that actually might be a good point. I don't even know if he is.
Because I feel like that'd be a great signing. for
That
the
would
Reds.
be absolutely.
Then you just probably move JD Martinez permanently into the outfield, and
Yeah, but then who do you take off?
then you let Bats just be DH.
But what outfielder are you not playing?
Yeah. Where are you sending?
I know
him?
what you do.
You trade Bradley.
No,
No.
you move Betts to
It's the
second,
second. Yeah,
and
yeah,
you get rid of fucking Dustin Pedroia.
That's true.
Then your infield is fucking Betts.
Very little problem.
Whoever
with
who's your
Devers,
no, your shortstop.
that.
Bogarts.
Bogarts.
Yep, Betts, Bogarts next to each other. You got Devers at third.
Yeah.
You have like the youngest team in the league.
Yeah. That would be real nice.
And then you have, Bradley still out there, and you can get rid of that fucking problem old man.
That
Pedroia.
the problem senior citizen.
Yeah.
He's been bald for like 10 years.
Well, he's
by
been
the
bald
way.
since he was 12. So I mean,
Like he came in the league with like halfway decent hair. I think he's one of those guys that's like, yeah, I'll never go bald, and then like 2 years into his professional career, it's like, yeah, I'm bald.
They show Bats with the Toronto hat on.
yeah, he might be. I might have resigned, but I thought there was a point in time where he was just out there.
That could be true.
Because I thought I heard a rumor that the Sox were looking.
How
at
old
him.
is
Batista.
Batista?
He is.
He's pretty old.
37.
He's pretty old.
Jesus.
He's up there.
Did you see Vlad Guerrero Jr. hit the home run in Montreal with the Expos jersey on, like his
Nah.
dad? His swing is like identical to his dad's.
But let me guess, he fucking golfed it.
No gloves.
Yeah, no gloves.
It always threw me off, Vlad Guerrero with the no gloves.
It's a wild move.
It looked like I was back in like the 1920s watching baseball. Like this guy has no batting gloves on.
2 days ago, MLB.com, Jose Batista still seeking a home for 2018.
All right, so
So,
come to the Red Sox.
You know where he's gonna go? He's going to
Yankees.
fucking Yankees.
the Yankees.
Like, listen, we have our DH now. Finally,
yeah, that's tough.
That would be terrible.
That would be, that would be
they'd have
wild.
all the right-handed bats.
Just they'd have every single one of them.
Everybody would be like, listen, just throw a right. You have to go
Pitch
get
lefty to the your entire series has to just be left-handed pitchers against or right-handed
right-handed
pitchers.
pitchers. You
against
can't
the
pitch
Yankees.
Sale. You can't pitch fucking
Yeah.
Price.
Just all your righties.
So, that was the longest baseball talk
We've
We're
done
gonna
maybe
have
in the
ever
history
done.
of the
Yeah,
podcast.
We're ever gonna have.
I am pumped about opening day.
Yeah, I feel like this is the most excited I've ever been about baseball. Even last year, I was like, "Fuck baseball."
You know, for a couple of years, I was talking to Kevin on the way here, and I said, you know, obviously I've disliked baseball more and more since 2004. I always say that's the worst thing that happened to me, whatever. Also, since like 2006, I haven't had cable a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now, with YouTube TV, cheap plug, I'm able to watch every game.
Yeah.
Now. So I think there's an added excitement. So I'm like, oh, I get to really invest
Yeah, I
into
can
this team.
see
I can
it
come
now.
home from work. I can turn the game on. I can make dinner. You know what I mean? Like do the baseball thing
Yeah.
whenever I want. You know what I mean? So I think that adds to my element of excitement because when I couldn't watch them every day, I was like, oh, well, no, whatever. I'll catch the highlights or listen to it on, or I'll hear about it on EI or listen to the game on my way home or whatever. But now it's like, no, I can actually watch these guys in their, is Dustin Pedroia going 0 for 3, and I say, ha, 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 he's 0 for 3, or did he tear the cover off the ball and just rip it at a bunch of people or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like the difference, So I think that'll kind of help
Also,
with my fanhood. For
You
the
know how
game.
baseball has like a young person's problem? Like they have trouble getting the young audience.
Right, yeah,
I think it might just be a sport that you appreciate more as you get older.
Yeah.
Because,
Well, I used to love it as a kid.
yeah, but I think it's like...
There's that teenager phase
I think
where
you,
you just
you love baseball when you're really young.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're a teenager and your attention span is like -5.
right.
And then as you get older, it's like,
You have more
I
patience.
can put baseball on in the background. I
Right.
can get stuff done. I can
Right.
cook dinner, and
Yeah.
the game's on.
That's true,
You
yeah.
look up over here. You know when like things are getting close.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the perfect like old person sport. You take a nap in the middle of it. You wake up. The game's still going on.
It's still the fourth inning. Like,
Yeah.
wow, okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm pumped about it. Also, back on the excited train a little bit. Boston Celtics. Back on the. I'm less on the panic button, more on the. I'm really
I am.
excited about them.
I am.
Seems like a wild week to be.
Yeah.
Excited.
Didn't Irving announce he was getting knee surgery?
Yeah, he's out 3 to 6 weeks.
Minimally
A
invasive.
minimally invasive surgery procedure. He's out 3 to 6 weeks.
All right. What is 6
I
weeks?
feel like
take him to?
if they knew this
Playoffs?
was an issue, why
Not
didn't they
first
do
round.
it before the season started?
It didn't start hurting him until a couple weeks
I understand that, but this is a thing that's been like a nagging thing for him.
I told you
Well,
when they
what's-
should have done it is when
When
Hayward went down,
Yeah,
the
right,
end of
right,
that
right.
game,
Right.
Irving should have said, "All right, I'm getting knee surgery then."
Right.
But I think this season built great chemistry between him,
Everybody
Tatum,
else, yeah.
Horford. Like, it gives him the opportunity to learn how to play with those guys.
Yeah.
So next year when Hayward's trying to figure out his shit, and hypothetically, Kyrie's trying to like rehab his knee at the beginning of the season, now he can have his chance.
By the way,
he's
Yeah.
gonna play.
fuck Ben Simmons, because
Rookie of the year.
Ben Simmons is gonna rob fucking
Our boy,
our boy from
Donovan
Rookie of the
Mitchell.
Year.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell.
Oh,
yeah,
Donovan Mitchell. He's
Yeah.
probably at. No, it might be Ben Simmons.
It's gonna be Ben Simmons. I think Tatum's like 4th.
Yeah, but
I think
I was saying, I was
Kyle
going to say,
Kuzma is probably
yeah,
a better
Donovan
year.
Mitchell. I forgot about Donovan
Donovan
Mitchell.
Mitchell,
I was going to say he robbed Tatum of Rookie of the Year because Fultz and fucking
Fultz has been dead.
Fultz and Ball,
Josh Jackson
and Ball have been just.
Yeah, what happened to Ball? Everybody
all
talks
right.
so great about
he's,
him.
he's really good.
He's good. He's
yeah.
just not. I don't know if he's second pick in the draft good,
right.
but
No,
he's good. He's
obviously-
going to be a.
He's going to be a really good.
He's going to be a starting NBA
He is-
caliber player.
fucking exactly. If I can go back to the NBA draft night podcast that we did, he is exactly what I thought he was going to be. He's going to be a good goddamn basketball player that will never be the thing you build around.
No,
Like,
yeah,
you know
he's
what I mean?
not.
Like,
He's a
going
piece.
to be, right.
So
he's a
he's
piece.
gonna-
He's not the piece.
He's
he's-
Russell Westbrook.
He's Derek Fisher.
He's not.
He's better. I think he's better than Derek Fisher.
I just mean like a
He's
guy
not
that
Russell Westbrook.
no.
I think he will be a Russell Westbrook type. He's a fucking walking triple double. The guy.
Oh,
averages
but
like
he's
70
not. He's
rebounds.
not going to be as good of a scorer as Russell Westbrook is.
Not as good of a
at all.
scorer, but scoring always comes.
He's going to be
Scoring
way. He's going to
always
be.
comes with NBA
He's going to
players.
be.
I mean, he
a
will be
worse
next year
sco-
with
He's going to
LeBron
be a
on his
worse
team.
scorer, but a much better facilitator than Russell Westbrook.
Probably
If,
true.
if
Probably
Russell Westbrook was. I'm trying to think. He's more Rondo to me than Westbrook.
That's fair. Yeah. Rondo makes. Yeah.
That's why I said Derek Fisher. Just a guy that like you can plug in to be your point guard.
Yeah.
And
He's
the
great.
offense runs through
He
LeBron.
will be a
instead.
great like second or third piece.
Oh no! Well, I think LeBron, I think the ball will. Rondo's more the right term. I was thinking like active point guards who get triple doubles all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But like you're right, Rondo. He's going to score 4 points and get 17 assists and 13 rebounds.
He'll probably
You know what I
average.
mean?
He'll
Like-
probably average like middle teens points, and but
right.
almost double digit assists and rebounds on average.
And then his brothers are going to be the ball boys.
Now, did you hear about
LiAngelo declared for the draft.
and then dropped 72 in Lithuania?
Yeah, that's nice. He's playing like the
I know. Yeah.
Kyrgyzstan team.
Everyone's making a
Chernobyl. He's
big-
playing like the Chernobyl nuclear.
Everyone's making a big deal.
Yeah,
about
but everybody
that.
over there is like 7 feet tall because of the Chernobyl.
Yeah, but they can't.
Valid.
They can't play basketball.
yeah.
They're 7 feet tall.
Euro
Though.
step.
Did you see what LeVar said?
No.
That Lonzo won't sign with the Lakers unless LiAngelo
LiAngelo.
and LaMelo are Lakers.
That makes a lot of sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, I mean it makes a lot of sense for him to say that
Well, yeah, but
because of who it is.
they're not going to. LiAngelo is not an NBA player. He's not.
LiAngelo's the one that just declared.
Yeah,
He'll be drafted.
he's a G League player. LiAngelo Ball is a G League basketball player.
He's
Probably true.
Geely?
G League.
Like the horrible movie that
No.
Ben
Ben
Affleck and
No.
J-Lo were in?
Yeah.
G League.
Okay.
Right.
It's the D League.
Perm-ple.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
They call it
I
the
got
G
you.
League.
The G League. Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
I thought it was the D League.
Nope,
Not
it's
anymore.
the
They
G
switched.
League.
It's the Gatorade League.
Oh my
Did you hear about the
God.
dude who died?
Yeah.
Some dude just collapsed
During a game.
in the G League and
yeah.
died.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's crazy.
In the G League.
The G League.
In the G League.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball this year averages 7 assists, 7 rebounds, 10 points.
Yeah, that's
Exactly
he'll get
right.
better than that.
Right. Yeah,
But
he's shooting.
Maybe not. It's hard to get your assists and rebounds as a point guard up. Well,
Not assists.
but it's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
get your rebounds up higher than 7 as a point guard.
Yeah.
I just want
On average.
I just want it to be like 3 years from now, we can look at Laker fans and everyone else that's like, oh, you guys, fuck the Celtics, fuck the... Yeah, you guys have Lonzo Ball and fucking Markelle Fultz.
Well, you don't have Markelle Fultz.
No, but he's in...
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they traded down,
I
got
know,
a better
yeah, get
player.
better player.
You know what I mean? Like,
Such a steal, dude. That was such a good move. I think Lonzo Ball is a real... I always liked Lonzo Ball. I thought his dad was costing
I
him
think,
draft
like,
stock. But
I think
don't get me wrong.
I think the full
He is a
picture.
good
I also
player.
think his like hair is like next
Not
step.
an issue.
It is. I think it's gonna be like the next like Robin Lopez. He's gonna have that fucking Sideshow Bob kind of hair.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna be like, listen, shave the head. Let's do something with this
Yeah.
thing. It's like that kid that has the horrible hair from like Phoenix that like flops down onto his face.
Yeah.
Is it Phoenix or Orlando? There, the kid that has like the awful hair, like Fox, I think was his name.
De'Aaron Fox. Yeah,
He
yeah.
has the worst. Like when I say what's his name's unibrow bothers me.
Right.
No, that dude's fucking hair is
That's cool.
awful.
Give me 13, 8, and 7, and I'll
No.
fucking take it all day.
I think
Like,
all you-
I'll be
I really
fine.
don't care what your hair looks like if you're.
I would
getting
just
it.
grab him by it.
Yeah.
I actually
I would
like
foul,
wild hair.
I mean, dude, guys pulled people's pants down in the league. I yank his hair.
Remember the Wild Thing hair from
Yeah.
Major League,
Yeah.
that haircut, which
Yeah.
is totally in MLB The Show, by the way. You can give your
Oh, is it?
haircut.
That's awesome.
I love that.
I
actually think it should be a requirement that all white Major League pitchers have mullets.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
I think that adds to personality.
if we do softball, I am totally rocking the fucking what's his name? The Boz. I'll get the Boz haircut.
I will
rock
If you
that
are a
mullet.
white Major League pitcher over like 230 pounds, you should have a mullet.
See, I want dreads. I want long hair.
I want crazy hair.
eyebrows.
I want
don't
crazy
know.
hair, yeah.
I don't know. That's part of the personality.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes the NBA so great is that they're so fully exposed.
so
Like it's
off.
just, I love it.
They
I
look
love it.
gross.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You think Kelly Olynyk looks good?
No.
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 That's some bad hair.
No, he
That's
looks
some
like he needs to
awful
take a
hair.
shower every day
Yeah,
of the
he's
week.
got some real grease.
He looks like
was it Nerlens Noel that had the cool ass flat top?
Yeah.
He did have a flat top,
Yeah.
but there was also
Who had
It
like,
was Nerlens
who had
Noel.
like
It
the
was
juice
Nerlens Noel.
haircut, right?
yeah, there was Nerlens Noel. He
Yeah.
had that for a while. Yeah, I don't think he does anymore.
Oh well, that was
But-
cool. I liked
Yeah.
when he was coming out of
Yeah,
college.
it looks
I was like,
cool.
Nerlens
Yeah, that was
Noel
cool.
is the man.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown used to have the tall.
Yeah,
high
yeah,
top too,
yeah.
but yeah. I'm not panicking.
I am.
3.5 back. Right. Well, here's the thing. So Kyrie Irving's 3
Yeah.
to 6, not shut down for the year.
Okay.
First round of the playoffs.
Same thing with what's his name's got like
Marcus
pretty much
Smart.
pretty much the same timetable.
Same timetable. Jaylen Brown is back.
Yes.
Daniel Tice is dead. That sucks.
Yep.
It's too bad. But that's over. That's not going to
No
get
more
better.
Tice talk.
That's not going to get better.
He wasn't the guy who died in the G League.
Nope.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You get Smart coming back. You get
Yep.
Kyrie coming back. Don't get Daniel Tice coming back. But you don't get Gordon Hayward. Probably, I'm kind of over the Gordon Hayward's going to play this year
Nope,
at this
I'm
point.
still in. I still want it.
I'm not saying I don't want him. I just don't think it's going to happen.
I just think like
miss Gordon
you make
Hayward
it to
so
the
much.
second.
You
make it to the
5 minutes.
I
No,
I just
I
think
want to see him play. How
miss him.
hyped?
I
How
miss
hyped
him.
were you for that? Like,
Oh, of course. No, I loved
debut of the new Celtics.
I know. No,
and just like shit on all of our dreams 5 seconds in.
it's amazing.
Here's what it is. Brad Stevens is locking up Coach of the Year right now. They've won 4 in a row without him. No, this is like NBA wide. This isn't me.
I
This
know.
is-
I
this is
think
guys- this
Popovich
guys-
is still going to get the fucking votes.
absolutely not.
That's
Dude, they're like the 7th seed.
understand that. This is
Dave?
Dave. We saw who
Dave,
got
You just
top
said
3
they are.
last year.
You just said they're a 7 seed as an argument when you know damn well
Right. Okay. that's
Eric
fair.
Spoelstra was nominated over our boy,
Right.
and he didn't make the playoffs.
Right. That's true. That is true.
I think what helps
What
his
Brad
case is if he
Stevens
I
makes it
agree
to
with
the
you. I think
playoffs.
Brad Stevens will win Coach of the Year.
Yeah. That's a
I
good
think
one.
it's wildly unbelievable that he wasn't even nominated last year, and they won the 1 seed.
You know what a lot of people said?
What?
I actually was reading a Twitter thread about that. They said the dude had a number 5 MVP candidate on his team.
We're talking about Isaiah Thomas, though.
Right.
It's not like
Definitely
he.
coached up.
Yeah.
But Eric Spoelstra was not even close. Like, he didn't have anyone close.
Yeah, and he
And
also
they were
didn't
much
make
worse.
the playoffs.
They were much worse, right? They were much worse. So,
In
but that's
the
what they said
East.
to like I know
In the East.
I know they're going to make the playoffs this year.
They will.
They
They
clinched.
will.
I think they clinched.
No, that's a terrible argument.
Right.
Well, I understand what they're trying to say. Like, oh, he's getting
Right.
carried.
He had the number one. He had the number
Here's the
one
thing.
defense or defensive rated player and number 5 offense
Is-
or MVP.
is
Top
it-
5 MVP?
But in hindsight,
Right. You look
looking
back
at
at
what
now.
he did,
Right.
with Isaiah Thomas,
Does
And
it
if you're really
blow your mind that Danny Ainge was able to win on both of those trades?
Oh, I think Taylor Danny is the fucking man.
No, I
Like,
just-
think
no,
he's so
because
good.
I mean-
I honestly think he fucked it. Danny, I say this all the time, and he still somehow people still make deals with him. But it's like he's got. Eventually, people are going to be like, "I'm not taking anything you offer me."
Don't call me.
Yeah,
Like, for real.
I mean,
I don't.
They
No.
traded up for Kelly Olynyk. Worst thing they could have
Right,
ever
right.
done.
Yeah. Yeah. No, listen, everybody misses in the draft.
Yes. Yes.
I don't worry about that so much. And at the time, they needed size.
he traded.
You know what
They
I mean?
traded up for Kelly Olynyk, and they traded back and got freaking our guy. So-
Yeah, no, I mean, one
yeah,
year
right.
he's awful with it. He
Yeah.
picks up a guy that's like barely a 6-man.
Right.
This is the first time ever the Celtics have had the first pick, or the first time since
First time ever. This year. This
And
past year.
he's like, "Fuck that, I'm trading it."
Traded away. They've never had the first
Well, it's
overall
because
pick.
it's not like you had a. You
When
didn't.
did they draft Len Bias? What pick?
Second. He He was second.
Yeah, he was the second pick.
I actually told the story of Len Bias the other day. We were talking about cocaine at work, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Len Bias."
It's a hell of a drug.
Hell of a drug. They're 3.5 back from Toronto with 2 games left against Toronto.
Yeah.
Right. They've won 4 in a row. They've won 7 out of their past 10.
Do you shut it down?
Shut what down?
No, I'm just saying, like, do you say to, like, any player that's, like, semi-nicked up, like, guys...
No, that's absolutely... No, I think you're totally missing the point.
Dave's
here.
saying go for the
They're
1 seed.
3.5 back with 2 games left against Toronto with 8 games to play.
Okay. So play hard against Toronto in every other game, just kind of...
No, he's saying go for the 1
you
seed.
You have to gain a game and a half without playing them. But you're this fucking close. Cleveland is now a half game lead back into the 3 seed, right? So you I think there is sort of like this tiptoeing around, like, okay, well, where's Cleveland wind up? And, you know what I mean? I think there's some of that. I think the Celtics like, hey, fuck it. We're just going to go win every game, and we're going to fucking take the 1 seed and get home court throughout, and then wind up having to play the Bucks right now would be the 8th seed.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
What's his name? Hurt?
Who's the 7 seed? Out of curiosity,
Miami right now.
I would rather that.
But then would you rather have to face... All right, so mind you, the Heat have a half game lead because they played 1 game more. They're 1 in the win column.
All right. So they could be the 8th seed.
If they tie,
Yeah.
the Bucks have the tiebreaker.
All right.
So the Heat will be
I
out.
would rather win the 1 seed and play the Heat.
Play the Heat,
Yeah.
right? So let's play out where the Bucks are the 7,
All right.
Because this is how it was when I started to make this argument yesterday, and so I'm just going to keep chugging along. All right, I'm going to keep it going, even though it's no longer accurate. Would you rather play the Bucks 7? You're the 2 seed. Play the Bucks 7, Cavs 2nd, Raptors 3rd.
No.
That's a wild run, right?
Yeah.
Get the 1 seed, go get the Heat, the Sixers,
Yep.
and then the Raptors.
Yeah, and
With
that's
home court.
and that's assuming the Raptors.
Everyone chalks out.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's chalk, yeah.
right. I think you got to go. You got to go for it. You got to do it.
And you always have home court advantage. You
It's
never-
a little different because I'm coming at it from the mindset of, like, a Bruins fan. It's like, let them rest. We can beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, but there's no one. All right, so here's the thing. The playoffs is a rest. It takes 2 weeks to play a series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never play back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
you
takes
have
like
a tra-
17 months for the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, right. It takes forever. And
They announced the 2018 champion in 2019.
it's just like, Happy New Year, and the winner of the 2018 NBA
Yeah, it
Finals.
starts in 2017, ends in 2019.
Yeah.
So you get your rest in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like this is the tough stretch right here. It's like these last 2 weeks or whatever. And your stars or your best players are the ones that aren't playing right now. So you fucking fuck your bench, fuck your depth now, right? And then you get Kyrie and Smart back, maybe Hayward, whatever.
And Hayward.
Yeah, yeah, okay, whatever. And then the guys that you've been whooping up on for the past month
Yep.
are going to be the ones that only have to play 10, 12 minutes. You know what I mean? So I say you fucking push it. You push it right now. I think they're in really good shape. The Raptors have also won 7 out of their past 10, but
You have 2 head-to-head.
you have 2 head-to-head.
That's big.
It's real big. I like it a lot. And the Celtics have an extra game to play. They've played 74 games, and the Raptors play 75. So the half game can be made up on a night.
Yeah.
You know, on, let's say tonight the Celtics play and the Raptors don't. So you could be 3 back with two to go. You handle that one off game night.
I think you should just go. You should always go for the 1 seed.
I think you go for the 1 seed. And I think that I like their chances. I think the fact that Kyrie, now if it's Kyrie closer to 6 weeks before he can do basketball activity, now you're talking about the second round, that's a little tough. I think you would be able to get to Scary Terry, who's been so fucking good. 33 points the other night. Monster performance.
When you tweeted the hashtag Scary Terry,
Yeah.
I was like, is he referring to Rick and Morty? Because there's a character on Rick and Morty named Scary Terry.
Oh.
And
See, I don't know. I've never seen it.
oh yeah, Rick and Morty has this character named Scary Terry.
Maybe that's why people call him that.
Yeah,
It's probably like
Scary
it's a
Terry
pop
is like
culture, like,
the most, the
nickname.
ugliest. It's like an ugly pink alien that says "bitch" all the time.
Nice.
So not Terry Rozier.
Not Terry Rozier.
Or exactly Terry Rozier.
If he was more mic'd up,
So
we'd probably know.
when you said that, I was like, he's watching Rick and Morty? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on? And then and now that you're saying Scary Terry, I was like, oh, that's
what they call it. That's what
I
the
like
league's
that
been calling
he
him.
has a nickname now.
Yeah, Scary Terry. That's it.
Yep.
He's got to start
ball.
saying bitch all the time.
Balling out. Marcus Morris winning games for him a lot down the stretch here.
Did you hear the comment that Brad Stevens made about him?
No.
Like, if we're gonna win tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, we might need him to score like 40.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And people were like, "You're expecting 40 out of him?
right.
He's like career high is like 32.
Right.
You're expecting 8 more?
Every move they made is so good. It's
Like,
so
player-wise?
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Who's the big tall goofball that like the center that like everybody made a big deal out of until they
Right?
Aaron Baines?
No. The like guy that like everybody made a big deal out of, big heavy set center. What the fuck is his name? What's his name? Loves him. Fucking Tommy Heinsohn. He loves everybody.
Aaron
But
Baines.
no, not a white dude.
Greg Monroe.
There you go.
Oh, he's not bad.
I'm just saying like people made a big deal
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
he's
like,
awesome.
oh my god, and I'm like, he's gonna be your like third center coming off the bench.
Dude, he's been so good. He's been so good. Everything they've done is awesome. This guy's Greg Monroe. Let me pull him up real quick. He's been having a fucking stretch. Like ever since everyone's minutes are up.
What number does he wear, by the way?
He wears number
The green jersey.
69.
55.
No.
Good.
55. 00.
Not that horse shit 000 crap.
He
000 actually is what he wears.
that's a wild thing.
Would never wear that jersey.
He's only playing in 18 minutes per game
So, per 36.
per 36. So you could double this right
Yeah,
up, right?
yeah.
9.5 points.
So,
That'd be 19 points a
yep,
game.
yep.
6 rebounds.
So 12.
12 rebounds. So his per 36 would
19
be
and 12.
19
Double,
and
double.
12. Real good. That's
I mean,
real
he's
good.
not like Mr. per 36.
He's shooting 52.3%
All right.
from the floor. Getting that done. One of the best low post moves. He's one of the best low post players offensively in basketball. Like his down low work is filthy.
Is it kind of like how when they used to have Perk? Like they just have this.
Yeah.
He's not very assuming.
Yeah. No.
But he goes out there and does it.
He
Well,
just
Greg
does it.
Monroe is not that far removed from being a very, very good basketball player.
Yeah. He
Like-
was a very
Part of a two-tower thing in Detroit, right?
Detroit, and then he went to San Antonio or Milwaukee. Sorry,
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
yep,
Yeah.
That's why I don't know him.
Yeah.
He played on teams that.
He was Andre Drummond and him. When they
yeah.
drafted Andre Drummond, they had Greg Monroe, and people were like, well, what are you going to do with Greg Monroe? And it was like, oh, well, he could just play the 4.
Yeah.
And Drummond could play the 5.
But he's not a 4. Like, he
No,
can't
he's a
stretch.
5. Yeah, he's a 5.
So they had like a twin, like you said, twin tower type
Yeah.
thing, where there's like 2 centers playing.
Like
But-
the Twin Tower thing in New Orleans kind of works because they can both stretch the floor. Like they can both kind of shoot. Mm-hmm. Greg Monroe and Drummond can't shoot, so
Right.
it's like they have like a true like we're gonna bang down low.
I just want to see him shooting
So I
up
feel like
half court
he
shots.
kind of got lost in the mix there at Detroit
Yeah.
because
The past 2 games, he wasn't that good. He only had 4 points. Well, he had 4 points and 8 rebounds in 20 minutes.
He's rebounding.
He's rebounding. That's what
I
he does.
feel like a lot of the moves they made were like we suck at rebounding.
Right.
We're gonna fix all of that this
Yeah.
year.
And they're really good at rebounding now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where they rank around the league,
No,
but
they
it's not
probably
their,
are. Probably they have to be at least over the middle of the, like
Yeah, better than average.
in the top half of the league.
Yeah, like average Joe.
Average Al, one of those guys, right? And then last night he
Because
was.
Jalen can rebound.
Tatum rebounds
Tatum
well.
rebounds.
But listen to the 5 games he had. I'm sorry.
Monroe?
Yeah, Monroe in a row. 16 and 10 in 25 minutes. 17 and 5 in 21 minutes. 12 and 8 in 25 minutes. 17 and 6 in 21 minutes. 10 and 10 in 19 minutes.
Yeah.
So keep him right around.
Efficiency.
Keep him right around like 18 minutes,
Yeah.
and you're going to maximize Greg Monroe.
18 to 20
He
minutes.
gets it done. And then a couple nights before that, 17 points. Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 14 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, he just comes in 15 to 20 minutes, and it's just, I'm going to get you about 5-6 boards. I'm going to get you about 10, 20 points like,
Yeah.
in between there. And he's just, I think it's
Efficiency.
a great signing. Efficiency. Like
It scares me them limping into the playoffs this way.
I don't think they are. I think they're hot right now. Wow.
No, I think the players that are playing right now are playing their asses off.
Right.
I just think
I'm so happy.
if that's all you're going to have in the playoffs, that's a rough playoff stretch.
I agree with you.
Because like
I think that it happened at the perfect time, though. Like, if it was going to happen, I'd rather it start the day that it did than another day later.
Well, yeah,
because
I
think, you know what I
mean,
mean. Like, I
yeah.
think it's they're coming back just in the nick of time.
So would you have rather Hayward blow out his leg like preseason?
Yes.
yes,
Because then we can get
yes.
Hayward back.
Yeah, absolutely. You
glad-
get Hayward back. No, actually, but
So now you're saying you wanted him to blow out his leg.
I'm glad he did in a weird way.
All right. Jesus Christ.
Nothing personal. I think that has allowed Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to be so
Yeah,
much
I
better
wish
than
death
they are.
upon this man. That's what.
That's what I read into that one,
I'm
Dave.
real excited for Gordon Hayward to come back next year. I actually wanted to play this year. I don't know if he's gonna. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm getting off that.
But it is nice. Well, all right.
It's made Jason Tatum. Go ahead, say it. It's been nice that he's been hurt.
No. No. I'm not even going to mention our Lord and Savior Gordon Hayward. I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that it's been nice seeing both the rookies and getting this
Rookies.
develop. Well, I'll call Jalen a rookie, but
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Kids.
Yeah.
Kids. They're both
21 and 20.
yeah.
Yeah,
And getting to see the true potential of Scary Terry. Like, I'm so happy that Terry Rozier
Yeah.
is like shining right now.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what's-
I always liked Terry Rozier, and he was always kind of like buried on the bench. Like, he
You know
never
what's
really got
crazy
any
is they
shine.
always hit on a guy from Texas.
Yeah.
Like they've always they'll randomly just pick up a guy from Texas, and you're
Avery
like,
Bradley was that guy. Yeah.
and it's like, oh yeah, no, he's actually a good player from Texas,
Right.
Hard nosed player.
So they're like, Texas is the Celtics Rutgers.
Yes,
Yeah.
what you're
Right.
saying.
yes,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely.
Yep. So, I don't know. I feel a lot better. I feel good. I think they're winning. I think that Brad Stevens is fucking just cementing how great of a coach he is because the fact that he's doing it without Kyrie, without Hayward, without Smart, without Daniel Tice of all people.
Yeah.
Mr. Per 36.
Yeah, Mr. Purr.
See, I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah.
I'm slowly dog paddling away from that island
Really?
and going towards the Bruins Island.
Well,
But there is a caveat to the Bruins Island. There's a statue that you erected that needs to be torn the fuck down.
nope. We don't.
Yep.
We don't second guess anything on Bruins Island. So
What was the statue?
the Mr. Nash.
Nash is like, no idea what's wrong with him.
Hurt. Yeah.
And
not good.
no idea what's wrong with him. No timetable. And possibility that was the last time we ever see him in a Bruins uniform.
Listen,
Well, here's
it was
the
a
thing.
moment in time that we captured in a statue, and we're going to
Yeah.
keep it there. Maybe we'll just erect another
Him
statue.
laying on the ground with his arms out.
Just put like a bandage on him.
Maybe
then.
we'll modify the face so that it's no longer Mr. Nash. But we are not tearing down the statue. We
you
have
can make
limited
it-
funds currently at Bruins Island.
You can make it like that Ronaldo one where it's like looked nothing like him.
Yeah.
Like just all.
We have nowhere in the budget
Mush
to tear
face.
down a statue. So
Well, here's the exciting thing about the Bruins. They are now 1 point behind Tampa Bay, closing in on them, and Tampa's lost 2 straight coming into this recording tonight. So that's good. It's good for the Bruins.
Playing good. Everyone that's
Toronto
Here's the
losing
thing.
ground.
Yeah.
Tampa losing ground. Both
Florida.
Bruins and Celtics. Nope, Toronto.
Yeah,
Nope.
okay. I was still staying on the Bruins, but okay,
yeah.
all right.
No, I'm linking both.
Yeah, okay.
So Tampa and Toronto both start with T, not both in Florida, right? but they both start with
No,
T.
I was talking about
Toronto.
I was talking about the Florida Panthers, but okay.
okay.
Toronto,
All right, I got you, I
Florida,
got you.
my favorite place.
Toronto, Florida.
I have a timeshare there.
I recorded my podcast 2 hours before. I had to get in the car and drive 4.5 hours to Toronto, Florida.
It is
And-
both cold and hot somehow. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a wild thing.
Yeah.
No, so Tampa, Toronto, right? Both first place in their division, conference, whatever.
Yep.
Losing ground to the second place team, which oh, by the way, is a Boston team. Both Boston teams going through some injury issues.
Difference being the Bruins players all getting hurt except for Nash.
Yeah.
Nash aside,
Yeah.
kind of like Hayward. Not expecting him to
right,
come
right,
back.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Everyone else, they're taking nights off. Like
Right,
they're
right.
literally like, "This is Zdeno Chara. You're fucking old. We gave you another year added on. We extended you another year for like $5 million, which is like dirt cheap for a 6'9" defenseman.
Fastest slap shot in hockey.
Yes, and essentially it's to give yourself another year of a big defenseman. But like, my thing on it is they all got hurt. They're all getting rested now, even if they are healthy.
Right. I got you.
Like, I like the fact that they're going to eventually, possibly one night when they're playing a team where it's not going to really count against their record much. Hey, we are going to take Pasternak and Marchand, and we're going to sit them down so they can get one extra night off this week.
Right. Now, I think, not to go all the way back to this, if you lose that first game to the Raptors, and now you're like 4.5 back with 5-6 games to go, then you shut it down. Right.
So the caveat.
So right. If it's attainable, do it. But if you have to basically be perfect and Toronto has to lose out, then
you're like, all right, never mind.
So that Saturday night game, I think that's the one. If you can gain a game and all of a sudden you're 2.5 with 6 as opposed to 4.5 with 6.
So a little bit of Wayne's World action. Car.
Yeah, right.
Stop for a little while and then
right.
Game on. Like, let's get
Yeah.
to the playoffs. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do it. But no, go ahead with the Bruins.
No, that's all I wanted to say. Like, they're the same thing as the Celtics. They have a lot of injuries, but the difference is all their injuries are starting to come back right, like perfect timing right before the playoffs.
Yeah.
So you can get them in like skate ready.
Right.
And then play.
There you go.
So it's like perfect. All these guys, like, I think there's like one guy with like concussion protocol. That kid from fucking Harvard. He's playing really well, which is insane. Have you seen some of his like moves and shit?
Yeah. He's
and
globetrotter.
And Brad Marchand has tied the all-time, well, not all-time, single season record for overtime game-winning goals and 5. They have like, I forgot how many games left.
Right.
He could do it. Well, you have to go into overtime. Nobody wants to go into overtime, but they could. And they were like, all the people that are like talking about hockey, they're just like, if it's in the overtime, like, whatever you have to do, murder him, because he's the only guy that's gonna do it. He's gonna snipe you guys in overtime because it's 3-on-3 in overtime.
Right.
So now,
which I really like. By the way.
Yeah, like it takes away that like ability to kind of like really. Kind of like pinch him off into the corner with 2 guys. If you do that, you're fucking yourself somewhere else. So they kind of have to go 1-on-1, really.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I don't want to say I will say I'm dog paddling.
Come to the island, Aaron. Come to the island.
I'm dog paddling very slowly. I'm waiting. I'm swimming in that direction.
I'm drinking
pina coladas on the beach
out of coconuts. It is wonderful weather down here. It's a gorgeous climate.
And the difference is you have a goalie that can play very well. And you have players that have been in the playoffs. And I also think
it's like the perfect mix of veterans and young guys.
Here's the other thing. There's a possibility that you could have, and I just, just to like piss Dave off, but there's a probably better chance of Bruce Cassidy getting the freaking
GM
coach of the year.
Oh, yeah.
You bite your tongue.
I'm just saying. I just think that, like, how much he's done, too.
Incredible.
Like, I think it's crazy to think
Brad
there's a possibility.
Stevens has to win coach of the year.
I agree.
I just
know how this league is.
It would be a travesty if he didn't. Also,
I think both should win.
Want to know why I'm not that worried about the Nash thing? Is because Nash is hurt, but that Harvard kid is here.
It's true.
So it's kind of like Nash kind of like filled in until the Harvard kid showed up.
But he's still going to school. Like, he literally flies home to go to class. It's
like go to Harvard or,
win a championship with the Bruins.
Sorry, Mom. I know this is a prestigious college, but fuck
Harvard.
His
dad's the coach at Harvard.
You can tell his dad to fuck off. This is the fucking Boston Bruins.
Right. Yeah.
They should sign that kid right now.
His dad played for the Bruins.
They should sign that kid right now for 25 years. They should give him a 25-year contract.
No.
I want a Bobby Bonilla type contract.
Yeah. Glad you remember the name. That's good.
For fucking this. What's his name? What's the kid's name?
It's I think it's Ryan. Ryan Donato or something.
Donato,
like that?
yeah.
Donato.
Ryan Donato, yeah.
Yeah, 25. Give him Bobby Bonilla. We need Ryan Donato Day in Boston every year.
Well, what's crazy is because of the Nash deal, you are the opportunity to bring him up, but also he's obviously competing, but also you're using this year counts as like a year of his eligibility.
Right.
So it's like it's not. Oh, we brought him up and we're going to use him a little bit, and it's not going to really count for much. Like you're going to get paid, but
So
it's not.
when did the Bruins they must have drafted his rights, right?
They did, and then they finally, finished a deal right after his college career.
So he's done with school.
Technically.
He's done with. Yeah,
He's done with playing in
He's
college.
done with college hockey.
His college hockey, yeah. His college hockey career is in the books.
is over. Yeah.
What about the Frozen Four?
He's not in the playoffs.
Okay, got it.
Gotcha. Did you see his backhand that he had the other night?
I did. The kid's
It's pretty filthy. Yeah, no, he's pretty filthy.
Yeah, he's filthy enough to give a Bobby Bonilla type contract to.
He's filthy enough to change that Rick Nass statue into a.
Hey, that is possible for
Start a
renovations.
GoFundMe. Go start a
Yep,
GoFundMe.
I'm gonna have to pull all of one person on the island to see if we can afford that.
How's that go?
We're gonna do it.
All right. So we had
and adjourned.
Well, here's the other
Meeting
thing.
adjourned.
So you have Kyrie Irving has the knee issue, and he's having like his screws fixed.
Yeah.
Fucking the guy that I always talk about, fucking Bergeron, that had like a punctured lung in the last game of a finals, he broke his fucking foot. Did whatever to it, and it's like, okay, in a couple weeks he's back out there again. He's playing now,
Right.
and he's playing good. He had like 2 assists.
We get it, Aaron. They're tougher than basketball players.
No, I'm just like it's crazy.
No, it is
And
not.
if you listen to him talk, he seems like I'm like this guy. Like you always say,
He's my-
serial killer.
he's
He has that like heartbeat that doesn't go up.
Bergeron's my favorite Bruin.
Yeah, he just looks like he's like
He's like the guy that. He's like that guy that is the glue. He's the glue guy. He holds that entire team together. Like Marchand kind of. I feel like he's had an up and down career as a Bruin. Marchand, where he's always been good, but I feel like he's definitely he's really flashing this year.
he's the rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's also become the GOAT for a lot of things too.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean like where he's become the reason why they didn't do something right. You know what I mean? Like he's been the scapegoat.
But Bergeron is always just kind of like lunch pail. I'm going to show
No,
up. I'm going to
totally.
be quiet.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
do my
right,
job.
right.
The guy that looks bad, especially when you have a season like that with Marchand's having a good season, even though he's been suspended a couple times. Like he's had a great season, played very well.
Right.
And then you also have like Bergeron that like always comes back from. Krejci is a guy that I always compare him to like I wouldn't say I would put him in the category of like a LeBron or something. He's a great player. He's just he's fragile as fuck.
Yeah.
Soft.
Yeah, he doesn't play very well against the boards and stuff.
Isn't Bergeron well known as
He's the
if
best.
we're in a face-off?
Yeah, he's
I'm
the
gonna
best
win?
face-off guy.
Yeah.
Everyone in the league, when they ask who's the guy that if you had one guy in your you could pick one guy to take a face-off and win it, who are you picking? It's Bergeron. So yeah, no, he's a beast. You ever watch videos?
But he's not a flashy player. He's not
No. But he's the guy he's a lunch pail guy. He's
Yeah.
the guy that's going to go down and do the dirty shit.
Right.
You ever watch the highlight reel of Marchand from this season?
Yeah.
He goes up to
Did you tag me in it?
I might have.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
goes up to do a face off, and the guy kind of turns sideways to him. He just punches him in the face.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
What are
Right.
you
What are you
doing?
doing?
He's,
Yeah, right,
he's
right.
just.
I feel like
he is an he's an instigator. He is out there to piss off
I
whoever's
feel like
in front of him.
Bergeron was actually the perfect player for Claude Julien. He was the perfect Claude Julien player.
Right, yeah. He fits that very
Just
offensively.
Yeah.
Offensively.
Just
Yeah.
I'm going to go
I don't need
do
35
this
goals.
scrappy, dirty,
Right.
on the boards, just going to get in there.
He should be one of those guys when you talk about a guy that spent his whole career somewhere.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
I'm okay with guys like Krejci
Well, he
and
is
stuff
isn't he
walking away.
considered one of the better guys at his position in the NHL?
Yeah, no, he's won. I think he's won a Hart Trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a center?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is interesting the parallels between both Boston teams right now heading into the postseason for them, and the thoughts about it based on the fan base.
I
think they're very similar.
I'm starting to feel like I jumped
Too
off
early.
the Celtics bandwagon.
Yeah.
to build this island to the Bruins too fast.
Yeah.
Well, I could have built like a dual sport island, but instead I was like all in on hockey.
Right.
I do still think that the NBA champion, probably is a West Coast, like a Western Conference team.
Now, what do you think of the Warriors being all hurt? They have a Celtics situation going on too.
Yeah. I don't even know if it's the Warriors I'm worried about, or if it's fucking
The
Houston.
Rockets. Yeah, Rockets.
Jesus.
I still think a Celtics Rockets finals would be so fucking good.
It'd be good.
I think that'd be a great basketball
But
series.
I think I was real down on the Celtics winning. I thought they would be a good team. They would make a good run in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they could win. My thought process has changed a little bit. I think they have a better chance than I originally gave them to actually win the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I still think the Bruins. I'm still all in on Bruins Island.
yeah,
So
there you go.
they are going to win.
They are going to win the championship.
But someone pointed this out. This has been one of those years, like, Cubs didn't win the World Series. It was Houston.
Yeah,
Yep.
Houston.
But the Cubs just recently won a World Series. Then Philly
yeah.
wins the Super Bowl, and their
Right,
team that
right.
never had one. And then, so
It's like a Raptors year.
wait till the fucking Golden Knights win a Stanley Cup in their first season ever,
They clinched the playoff spot.
and fucking
Unbelievable.
some
Expansion
crazy
year.
shit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Crazy Toronto will win the fucking
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be nuts.
the Pacers.
They're in there. They're competitive. They're up there.
Miami
Yeah.
makes
Eric
the playoffs.
Spoelstra,
Makes a,
preemptive coach of the year.
makes an
a lot of
entire run.
sense. Right.
makes an entire run.
Yeah.
Doesn't get nominated for Coach of the Year
yeah,
this
wins
year.
the championship
Wins
without
the
a top
championship
5
last
MVP.
year. Doesn't make the playoffs. Is nominated for Coach
That's
of the
true.
Year.
That is true. I think that the parallel. It's funny. I was interested to see what you thought about the Bruins specifically, because I feel like that they're like on the same crash course if they're on one. You know what I mean? Like if you believe that they're on one, what's the panic button
I just think
press for both of them?
Because of the toughness of a hockey player,
Yeah,
to not downplay like screws coming out of fucking
your bone. Yeah,
yeah, like I get that not being
Could be
cool,
wildly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I get that.
Kyrie Irving's a pussy.
He is. You know what?
To answer your question though, we didn't really get into that when you said should he have just had the surgery.
Yeah.
So going forward, I think at the time they didn't know that it was going to bother him that much, right? Or that the pins were going to start to come out,
Yeah.
right, like that. They knew that he'd be sore. Obviously, you got a plate in there, you got screws
Yeah.
in your leg. You're not going to feel great all the time. Yeah. Now there's the situation, I guess, where he can get surgery and miss a full year, like be fucked, like no basketball. And the way basketball's set up, it's going to go until June with the finals, right, or Eastern Conference Finals. So let's say they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll say June 1st, their season's over, right? It starts in October. You know what I mean? So you have 4 months. So and preseason is all of October, a little bit of September. So you have 3.5 months of non-basketball time. So you lose. It's not like a football year where you could do it in September, like tear ACL in September, get surgery, and it'd be like 8 to 12 months, and you can kind of work in like, oh man, he made an opening day start. Like no, like you're losing 12 full months, which is an entire season, if not more.
You can't just like set him up with Wes Welker's guy. Be like, listen,
yeah,
he needs to get that knee back in
Get that
shape,
thing
whatever
figured
it
out.
is.
Yeah, whatever you gotta
just do like the Black Mamba. Just go to fucking Germany.
Oh,
put
you
some
mean-
illegal shit in your body.
You mean Peyton Manning's guy?
yeah,
Yeah, Peyton Manning's
well,
guy.
that
Right,
too.
right.
Whatever
Stem
phone
cells,
call you
just
need to
stem
make.
cells.
Or Peyton Manning's wife's guy.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
Just
Whatever
go to
that is.
Russia.
I just had HGH
some
shipped to
stem
my house
cells.
the year before I had the greatest season of my entire life.
Just go to North
No one thinks I
Korea.
ever
Stem
cheated.
cell surgeries, no problem.
Yeah.
So, would you rather, now as a Celtics fan, would you rather Kyrie take a year of his prime and potentially not be the same getting the knee surgery? Or he can continue to do this, what he's been doing, may have to get it cleaned out every now and then, miss 3 weeks here, monitor his minutes more. You know what I mean? Like if he did
And
more
then
like
he
30, 35 minutes.
ends his career at like 33.
Maybe.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, right, yeah,
you
yeah.
like all of a sudden, instead of being a guy that can
Well, it's
play
what-
till he's like 36,
Isn't this kind
37.
of what Dwayne Wade has?
I don't know. I'm not
I think
sure what it is.
Dwayne Wade's knee is like bone on bone.
Yeah, but well, yeah. Yes, because
So I mean,
Mhm, yeah, I'm sure that's
he's
similar.
still playing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
well, I mean, you spend that many years on your knees to LeBron. I mean, and Shaq. You got to think about it. Shaq. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
It's a lot of work.
He doesn't even have to get on his knees for Shaq.
Double Shaq reference this episode. I like it.
Well, did you see the
I was gonna
video?
say, I was going to
Did you see the
segue.
video?
Right.
He's got some ups, man.
He's got some ups.
Right now,
Yeah.
fucking
Rob
Gronk. Gronk looks healthy.
Jumped right on top of Shaquille O'Neal.
And
A
then
wild
he's
thing.
dancing
Stuck
on-
his dick in his ear.
Yes,
Yeah, just
literally
humped his
started
ears. Yeah,
started
right.
humping it.
Yeah.
I want to point out how strong Shaq is.
Right.
To take a 280
No problem.
pound guy on his shoulders.
Did you see Gronk try
Flailing-
to pick up Shaq at
No,
first? And then they
no.
were like, no. And like he waited because he went underneath them and starts to go.
Yeah.
And then he was like, nah. And like just stops. And it probably was like, I've had way too many back surgeries.
Not only that, but he's like, this video is going to get out. I can't.
Right, yeah. That's a
Shaq,
bad
come over to
one.
my house later. We'll do
Right.
it there.
And then picked him up. That's an awesome video. That's a
Yeah.
lot of fun too. That's a good one. And see, a lot
Also-
of people don't like when Gronk does stuff like that. Cause like, see, it's just like a
Yeah,
caveman.
but
I don't like it when
He
Gronk
doesn't ever hurt himself doing that.
I don't
You know what
like.
I mean? I don't care.
I don't like when Gronk does stuff like that, and it's not because I'm worried about him. It's
Yeah.
because
It's
he
the
is-
ultimate pause moment.
no, not even that.
Okay, all right.
He's like, this is the moment I'm going to see. You're going to
kiss
see.
somebody,
Yeah, no, you're going to see him. Rob just like head it. Like he's slipped. Shaq can't catch him, and he goes down and hits his
Yeah,
head.
I'm
right.
not worried about him getting hurt. He is the worst dancer I've
Oh, he's
ever
a really
seen.
bad
It
dancer.
can't be
In my
any-
entire life,
Can't be anything
it
worse than what
actually-
I witnessed today.
It
Oh,
actually-
Between the
fucking
two of
boom
you,
floss?
It
yeah.
is extremely worse. It is.
No, it's not.
I'm
It
really
is-
good at the boom floss though, dog.
Dave looks like Chris Brown
Yeah.
compared to Rob
Thanks.
Gronkowski.
That's talking about Chris
horrible
Brown's
reference.
There
body.
is-
Yeah.
there is-
Freaky Friday.
I hate Chris
There
Brown.
is a beat going on in the background that Rob Gronkowski seems completely unaware of. He is
Listen
just
to a different one.
he
yeah.
is just
He's got-
thrusting violently all
got-
over the place.
he's
He
got a-
can't really twerk. and
He has
twerks
a
all the
beat
time.
in his own head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just
True.
not hearing the song
he
that
makes
he's hearing.
when he starts
you can thank
dancing.
Jalen
It makes
Ramsey for
me
that one.
wildly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just
He's
like-
a terrible dancer.
You're awful. I can't even watch this. It's like you ever watch someone get themselves in a really awkward moment and you have to like
yeah.
Yes.
That's like why
That's-
he can't watch The Office.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like that is The Office is
Very
there's a
cringeworthy.
show on Netflix called Love, and that
Yeah,
guy,
I watched
Yeah,
it.
yeah, he's the living human embodiment of the I need to stop watching this because
Yes.
it's making me uncomfortable.
Right.
Yes.
Very cringeworthy
Yeah.
dancer. That's true.
That's what it is.
And that's what makes me uncomfortable about Rob
Yeah.
Gronkowski. Yeah, I love that he acts like Rob Gronkowski. I
Yeah.
love that. I don't care about the dancing. I don't think he's gonna get hurt.
Did you hear what?
I don't care about humping Shaq's head. I don't like watching him dance.
I do. I do. Why would you do that to Shaq?
Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Shaq's head? Shaq's head walks into a room.
Yeah.
How many?
Right.
How many for you start to?
Hit that ear of his.
You have to be able to get up that high, all right? That's 7 feet in the air.
What is? Have you ever seen that meme, fellas? You walk into a room, you see so and so like this. What you do? It's like some chick laying on a bed. It's like your girlfriend's sister
Yeah, right.
laying on a bed. That's
Yeah.
like the meme. So it's like
Yeah.
Shaq's head walks into a room.
Yeah.
Fellas,
What
what you doing?
What you doing? It's just his ear. It's just Shaq's ear.
And you see Rob Gronkowski just like
It's just like in the corner. Yeah. Twerking somewhere, trying to twerk somewhere.
Did you see Mr. Kraft's comments about him?
But Grunk?
Yes.
No.
Did you hear what he said? So he basically said that they asked him, like, have you talked to Gronk? Have you had any conversation? Yeah, I saw him the other day at the stadium. He was there at like 5 a.m. working out.
Also, did you see he's going to be in like a Mel Gibson movie?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so he's got his acting role. Also, that's what I didn't know.
Passion
that
of
he
the
was
Christ
doing.
too.
Passion of the Christ too.
That's-
He's playing Judas.
You can't really have a sequel to that. Now that I think about it, it's kind of hard to have a sequel to Passion of the Christ.
Well, then it just happened. It's just what happened after the world started.
Yeah, it's just
That's it. Yeah. So that's
He
it.
wrote. He's the first one to write the Bible.
Right.
He has to explain.
Rob
Bible.
Gronkowski
Yes,
is the
he
author
wrote
of the Bible.
That's a great comedy. that's just the author of the Christ.
It's like-
And on the seventh day, I twerked.
See, yeah. See, here's the. See,
And that's how we name an episode.
Let there be Bud Light.
see, I put that.
Let there be party buses.
I put the level of the idea of the. Did you ever hear the TV show that they made in like the 90s? It was called My Fuhrer. It is literally Hitler didn't die.
Oh.
He's now your next door neighbor.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
a fucking comedy show.
That's a great show.
That is awful. That's an awful idea.
Wildly inappropriate.
Someone pitched that at a TV meeting. Like, listen, guys,
no, that made it. They made it a fucking pilot episode.
we have
Great. That's awesome. I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Hitler,
Yeah.
next door neighbor.
And he's
Buddy
funny.
comedy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's buddy comedy. Yeah.
Yeah.
His next door neighbor, Bill Murray.
Right.
Like, no.
It's 10 o'clock at night. And everyone just laughed. So, why are you making so much noise? It's 10 o'clock at night.
Hitler, what time is it? 9.
Nine.
No, it's not 9. It's 10.
It's
9.
10 at 9. There you go. That's, you executed the joke that I wanted to get out there. And you nailed it. Yes, that's a wild take. That's a wild show.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so Gronk is acting.
I don't
He's
wanna
also
see
working
that.
out for football purposes at the stadium.
I would hope.
He's playing, and I'm expecting the same level of commitment he normally has for football for this season.
Yep.
So, beyond this season, maybe you worry about it, but for this season, he is playing, and he will be committed.
Yes.
Double-digit touchdowns.
Yes. 12.
Yes. I can see it.
1,000 yards receiving.
876.
I'm going to say yeah.
I think he can.
Wildly specific number.
Yeah,
That's what
I was going to go 1093. So yeah, I think he goes for a grand.
I think he can.
Yeah, he goes for a
I
grand.
think there's a lot of mouths to feed this year, actually. So it's going to be
Yeah.
weird.
So remember last time we talked?
Yeah.
What was it? Corell?
Cordarrelle Patterson.
Cordarello.
Cordarrelle.
Cordarello.
Nailed it.
Carmelo,
Perm-ple.
Caramello,
Patterson.
Yeah.
Patterson.
Yeah.
Cordial
Carmelo
Cherry.
Anthony.
1 punt return in his entire career.
Okay, so he did have one.
1.
Okay.
And it was for 9 yards.
So he's
Yes.
returning punts.
Yes.
All right.
Designated punt return.
They
Dig it.
did recently cut a
It's a
special
9
teamer guy
That's a 9-yard
that
average.
they brought in.
So that's a 9
That's
yard
a whole
punt
9
return
yards.
average. That's
9.
pretty good.
That's going to be the episode.
That's
9.
going to be 9. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I like it. I love the title. I think last week's title might be my favorite title we've ever done. I pronounce purple? Perm-ple. I went back when I went back to listen to the episode when I was putting it out. I was like, okay, let's go to like 150 and start here. How do we sound? And it was just like, yeah, no, I get it. That's like when I say purple. Because I'm like, wait a minute, would you just call it a single, a Reese piece?
Yeah.
We're laughing about the Reese's Pieces. You're like, no, it's definitely Reese's Pieces. I just say it wrong. I'm like, yeah, no, everyone does. You're like, yeah, that's like how I say purple. And then we're like, and we stopped and we're like, it's purple, but I call it Perm-ple. And I was like,
What's even funnier is you say it right. You say
it. Like people pronounce it purple, but I say
When I'm-
purple.
but you're very capable of saying purple. You say it in the...
You had it the time before.
Oh, no. Yeah, I know. It's purple. I say purple, but it's Perm-ple. What?
It's one of those things when you say it fast.
Right, yeah, you kind of whip it up. Like some people say
When I
mum.
say it fast, I add
Well,
extra letters to
yeah,
it.
no.
That's what I always do whenever
Make
I'm
it a
trying
little more
to say...
complicated.
Well, no, it's like-
mum.
well, no,
mum
yeah.
bothers me.
Or-
deer. Oof.
Walmart's when they add an S. I don't like that.
I call it Wally World.
Oh, like, do you want to go to Walmart's?
Like, I'm going to Walmart's.
Oh,
Just like you're going to
who does that?
I know multiple people.
Oh, that's a wild thing.
I don't
Dude,
know about that.
Did you see the post I tagged?
Idea is another... That when people say idea...
A deer or soda?
Yeah.
I'll punch
Can't
you.
add an R.
I'll fucking
Can't add
punch
an
you.
R.
See, I have the exact opposite of that.
All right.
Went to Pennsylvania when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That's where my dad's from.
Yeah.
Cousin walks up to me. Hey, want a pop? No, don't hit me.
Don't. Yeah, right.
Don't hit me.
Yeah, no.
And Dad, he just said he wanted to pop me, and he's like, no, he's asking if you want soda pop.
Right.
Well, he didn't say fucking soda pop. He
Right.
said pop, Dad.
Fucking
Like,
soda
what the
pop.
shit?
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
It's like how we say, like, I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to, but people say, like, get me a sub, get me a grinder.
Yeah, right,
I say
right.
grinder to somebody from, like,
Anywhere else but Connecticut.
yeah,
pretty
they
much.
think you're crazy.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is a grinder? Yeah, right. That's true. They like hand you like a meat grinder. You're like, yeah, that was really funny. I
Sorry.
fucking love that. That
Off-
makes me
off
cry
trail.
all the fucking
Off
time.
trail.
I love that. Yeah, someone says idea or soda, I'll fight you. I'll fucking
Yeah.
fight you.
Well, it's like when I talk to people and I say it quickly. Once again, another thing I say fucking quickly.
Here we go.
And it's a very shoreline thing.
New name of the episode.
It's a very shoreline thing.
Yeah.
I call it when I say I'm like, yeah, I'm going to New Haven, and they're like,
Oh, New Haven, yeah.
nah,
I've heard-
Haven,
I've
and they're
heard
like,
you say that.
I'm like, it's New Haven. I get it.
Yeah,
Staven
right.
is another one. When people go to
East Haven?
East Haven, they just say Staven.
I've
Yeah,
never
Staven,
heard that.
yeah.
That sounds awful.
I work with a guy who's from he grew up in New Haven.
Yeah.
He says Staven.
That's
Yeah.
awful.
And when he actually says East Haven, I'd say no, say it correctly.
say Staven,
Even though
you
I say
idiot.
East Haven,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm so used to him saying Staven
Right.
that I'm just like, no, say it correctly.
Say
It's
it
like
correctly, you idiot.
it's like
Say it the
anyone
way you know.
that's from New Britain,
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, I'm from hard hitting New Britain.
Hard hitting New Britain.
Why is it hard hitting?
Hard
I've seen some-
Pistol Wave in New Haven.
Pistol Wave in New Haven. There's Piss Poor Bridgeport. There's fucking
What's
there's a bunch-
Montville? Montucky?
Montville's Montucky. A lot of people call it Montucky. I normally just call it like hell.
Dave's
Just I just refer
favorite
to it
place to be.
as hell.
You know what I call Occam? You know what they say in Occam?
Fuck 'em.
That's the joke. Every time someone brings up Occam,
that's the first-
within 3 lines,
Yeah.
someone's gonna make that joke.
Yeah, right.
Within the next 2 sentences, someone's
It's-
gonna say, "You know what they say in Occam?"
Right. Every
Fuck 'em.
time. Like, hey, you want to get a pizza? I don't know where Occam Pizza. Hey, you know what they say about people in Occam? Fuck 'em. Right? And you're like, okay. All right. Just, I really like their pizza.
It's like when it's like our neighbors to the north and east of our state, Ka
Okay.
or Aaron. It's fucking Aaron.
Yeah. Do they say you get that a lot?
Oh yeah,
Aaron?
Aaron.
Or the fact that they have a town that is phonetically spelled Worcester, but they call it Worcester.
Worcester.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's that.
Or Leominster,
Yep.
pronounced Lemonster.
Yeah.
Leominster, Mass. Yeah.
Definitely inverted some letters
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Much like the purple thing.
Tie it all back
threw a couple
together.
in, yeah. I don't have much for State of the Network.
I did not put out a podcast.
He didn't put out a podcast. We're in the off week of Set the Record Straight.
Yep.
And I'm going to be on the new and improved Super Retro Throwback Reviews,
Version Alpha,
the
Centauri
audio files,
7.
version 2.0.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is that the whole thing?
Yeah.
The new and improved Super Retro Throwback Reviews, the audio files, version 2.0. Yeah.
Yes.
Such a good name.
If nobody interrupts me, I can say it without fucking it up.
I always feel like I'm missing a whole stanza.
I think
of that name.
you want to know what would make that name better is if he changed it to be an acronym. So if it was like TNAIS.
Yeah. The whole thing.
Yeah,
Like,
and then
if
he
it was
just called it like Tenacious.
Yeah. And, hey, welcome back to another episode of Tenacious Sister 2.0.
Yeah, two.
Welcome to Perm-ple.
Welcome to the Purple Pod.
It's my new episode.
I love that.
It's my new season.
And by the way, when you're like, hey, this is another episode of WECP, it
I'm
should be
gonna-
Wrestling Entertainment Collectibles Purple.
I'm gonna find as many
Just hit it so hard.
references to the word purple and just
Yeah.
like Photoshop ERM
Are you just gonna do? Are you gonna do
or
Purple Rain next?
URM.
I wanted to do.
Are you gonna do Purple Rain next?
I wanted to get the cover of the movie and add a couple letters like the color purple and fucking post it on and post it on the network on the group just like the color purple. Oh, God,
No one who listens to this podcast thinks it's as funny as we do. They're just like, they're talking about fucking purple again. Seriously. It's 2 episodes in a row. They're ending it the exact same way.
fucking purple, the purple tape.
Johnny, come here.
This is
a Boston sports podcast. They've talked about the color purple for the last 2 episodes.
They keep calling it purple.
They haven't even talked about the Pats. They talked about Gronkowski fucking Shaq's ear and the color purple. I listened for the Pats talk. They don't even talk about the Pats. They call the color purple. You think they're Vikings fans?
Purple people eaters. The Vikings it's a good thing you're not a Vikings fan if you're like purple people eaters, purple. Oh god, that's great.
That's why they preemptively changed it to the skull chant.
The skull chant,
Because people
right.
started throwing in purple, and they're like, we can't have that.
No.
Switch it to skull. Switch it to skull.
It's got to be skull. I don't know what the fuck purple is. That is so good. The purple tape, the color purple. That is so fucking
Purple Drank.
purple drag. That purple.
It's just like grape juice and like hairspray mixed together.
Just hey, you want some of this purple drag? Like So you're just blowing hairspray into it. Like,
You just open it up like some like what the hell is like a hairspray company?
like L'Oreal.
Yeah, open up some.
Hairspray.
Just open up the bottle and dump it into grape juice.
Hold on, I'm going to mix this up for you.
What do you call that? Perm-ple drink.
That's Perm-ple drink.
Get it? Because the perm, and then the purple.
I didn't get it. I didn't know why you said hairspray. I thought it was funny. I thought it was just a really funny random thing.
It's all connected, Dave.
Purple.
Oh, we're gonna cut this all out in post.
Oh god,
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
that's good. That was good. Perm-ple drink.
I'm just glad I brought that up.
PERM. Purple. Oh, I did not. I thought you just were making an obscure thing, like, oh, that's just taking like hairspray and grape soda. And then you just said perm, like for a perm.
So if we make a softball team,
We gotta be
The purple
we gotta be
people.
the purple people eaters.
and someone's got to get a perm. Someone's got to get a. Joe gets a perm.
Oh my god. Well, guys, tune in next week where we do the color green.
I'm gonna show up like Kenny Palmer's.
You're fucking out. Oh shit. All right. Next week, what do we got on the docket for next week? We'll be a week of baseball already
Yes.
Yep.
in. Get some Red Sox reaction. Fucking unbelievable.
The draft is fast approaching for the
That's
for
like
NFL.
mid-April, right?
Yep.
So yeah, the playoffs will be coming close.
We'll be in
for both
April.
sports. We'll be in April.
Yep.
Right. So, and also check out the new and improved Super Retro Throwback Reviews Audio Files 2.0.
I was on the last episode
Aaron
with
was on
Jerry.
the brand new episode with Jerry. WCP was there, so check that out to hear them with Steve. And this week I'm going to record, I think April 10th, that episode's coming out. So I'll give you more details as that is actually official, but I will be there Sunday recording with him. And you got an episode coming out next week, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the Perm-ple tape.
Purple tape. Perfect. Perfect.
I'm doing a Tribe Called Quest.
There we go.
Midnight Marauders.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Or the low end. I actually don't know what one it is.
You should do the Perm-ple tape. That's what you should do.
It's a it's a record review podcast. You want me to review a tape?
Go get like
No, it's only built for Cuban links, right? That was the purple tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you can find that. Record.
What's the one, the Eminem's album there with the group? It was like
Purple pills.
Yeah.